This weekend, we will have, for the first time in WWE history, a WarGames on Survivor Series weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest week in wrestling has ended, and it's only going to culminate further at one of the largest weekends of wrestling. Now we are going to be making our Pro Wrestling Scorecard picks and discussing each and every match from NXT TakeOver WarGames and the 2017 Survivor Series as we You are listening to the most inappropriate pro wrestling podcast in history. You are listening to Breaking Down the Ring. We are your ring crew.
Smitey.
Champion Armbar.
Orlando.
Callie.
And the almighty one, Mikey himself. We're going to be soon joined, hopefully, by our special guest, Walt, from In the Box here on Podcast Detroit soon. Z is not in this evening because he took a shot in the nuts. Basically, right before the show, some random person came up and said, "You're the father of my baby," and nut shotted him. So he had to leave because apparently someone needed to get a swab for a paternity test. I don't know all the details. I'm just telling you what I'm allowed to tell you on air. Other than that, like I said, we have a huge show.
Poor Z.
I know. I mean, who just has random women come up and say, "You're my fucking baby daddy," and just out of nowhere?
I mean,
You ain't been in a husband lately, have you?
With a nut shot though?
well,
Like I've heard of that. I just not. It's the like she came up, nut shotted him, then said it. Like he didn't even know what the nut shot was for
I
originally.
mean, I guess that's one way to get someone's attention.
A little bit.
Not the right way.
Well, not a good way. It's not a good way. Not a good way.
Depends on the person.
I want to say welcome back to our champ. He
does exist.
Every time he takes that belt, he goes more Lesnar than Brock Lesnar goes. Like Brock at least has an advocate show up every now and then. This motherfucker is just the empty mic every week.
You know, it's a rare appearance by the champion. It's your pleasure to have me. It's a ratings week, so you needed, you needed the asses in the seats. So you call out your big guns, and here I am.
You're the Triple H of our program.
You are welcome.
Obviously a huge amount of things to get into. But look, so as I mentioned in the beginning, normally what we do is we do the week breakdown of all the things that happen on Raw, SmackDown, news, so on and so forth. And then we go into our picks, but there's a lot to pick this week. And so therefore, because there's 2 scorecards to pick and a lot to talk about, we're just going to intertwine it all in the order. So we're going to go match by match. If you guys want to know how we're going in order, feel free to go to @PW Scorecards on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Download your own scorecard. They have the TakeOver WarGames one and a Survivor Series one, obviously, so you can know exactly what order we're going into. And since you're on that social media, ladies and gentlemen, follow us, Facebook.com/BDRcast, Twitter BDRcast, Instagram BDRcast, all the BDRcasts, and go check us out, ProWrestlingTees.com/BDRcast if you want to get some of your Pro Wrestling Tee Breaking Down the Ring merchandise. So, let's start this off. Before we go into the scorecards, there is a bit of news that's not on this scorecard. The release of a certain WWE superstar was just announced this morning, Wednesday morning, and that is the great chinless competitor, James Ellsworth, was future endeavored from WWE. Joe, I want your straight opinion on this because I know you have never been the largest Ellsworth fan. Like, if there was a fandom to Ellsworth, your size of his fandom was like his chin size.
I was never like a huge hater of his either, though.
That's true.
Except for what it was, a comedy bit.
For what he was, I mean, he was fine. I didn't like him beating AJ like 3 times, but that was what it was. I thought he made more than the most of his opportunity. Nobody expected him to get that long of a run. He's pretty funny on Twitter. He's a good heel. He can talk. I think he just upped his value in the indies.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't like when they had him like wrestling main eventers and pulling out like cheap wins and stuff like that. But for what he was as like a sideshow piece, I thought he served his purpose. And whenever they called on him to do what he needed to do, he pulled it off well.
Smitty.
I thought he did. I kind of agree with Joe that he did way more than I thought he was going to do with his run. And to a certain degree, I kind of believe that he probably wanted release after what they've had him doing over the last couple of weeks with the dog bit.
You think James
I don't know about
Ellsworth
that, dude.
wanted his release from WWE?
I think he wanted out of the bit. I don't think he wanted out of WWE.
I don't know. I disagree with you.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
James Ellsworth is a guy that as The Rock would say, he knows his role. And he knows that is his role, and I'm sure he's happy to do. He's
still a grown-ass
happy to
man.
be there in WWE.
But you have said a
still
lot
a
of
grown-ass
wrong
man.
things on this fucking show. That's your best, sir.
Well, he's still a grown ass man. He got pride somewhere.
I'm not saying he doesn't have pride.
Come on, man. What about the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club? Pride.
I think Ellsworth would gladly have been a part of that for a fucking WWE paycheck.
He never did anything as bad as that.
Right. Orlando, question for you. Do you wish they would have kept him, or do you think his run was about done?
I'm indifferent. I think, I think he did well with everything they gave him. I thought he helped elevate Carmella. I liked him and Carmella's pairing, which on paper sounds,
It sounded like
weird
it was gonna be dumb.
to say
right,
the least.
but it ended up being really interesting and made me care about Carmella, which I did not before. I think he's
pulled a little personality out
right.
of her.
I think he's entertaining. I think you could have done more with him as a manager, and you could have kept it going for longer if you wanted to. But it's okay. I think he's leaving on a good note. I think like he's been entertaining the whole time. He hasn't had a lot of segments that have flopped. Nothing that's flopped because of him that I can recall, except for that one Styles clash where he almost died. But
Yeah.
with the exception of that, I don't think he's done anything where I've been like, wow, that was bad. So kudos to him. He had a decent run. Hopefully makes a little bit more money on the indies. Right. Good for him, man. I'm indifferent. Yeah, you could have done more with him, but it's fine to let him go too.
Right.
It's a little confusing, like giving him that match with Becky right before his release.
They gave Emma a match
Right,
with
which is
Asuka.
but that's also confusing. They're both confusing. So, but it is what it is.
I'm of the ilk that I wish he was there more, that he was still there. And I only wish he was there because of, like you said, the match with Becky. I would have liked to see some sort of Andy Kaufman type run.
He's the guy.
Yeah, originally, man, I would have never thought that was a possibility until they did an intergender match. That's something that I thought was out of the realm of anything WWE was going to do for a very long time.
You notice he didn't throw any strikes in that match.
Yeah, exactly. There was a push. There was, a couple rolls and everything like that. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
But it's also a very strong possibility he could have just kept that going. Because if he never actually had a strike, the intergender match is fine.
Because he is a guy, you've seen him use like super kicks and stuff in
Right.
the past, so it's not
Yep.
like he doesn't have that in his arsenal.
Exactly. Callie, what about your feelings on Mr. Ellsworth?
I think it's a bit of a shame that they got rid of him, or endeavored him.
It's the greatest term in the world.
It is.
Really is. Just because it's like basically his last few matches were just getting beat the fuck up.
That's
I
his
just-
job. That's
I
what he's
understand
there
that,
for.
but like, I don't know. I guess just watching the last one that he was in just seems a little odd to just be like, all right, it's nice knowing you. Enjoy that, broken body of yours as he got beat up by girls.
Thanks so much for everything that you did for us. So let's move on then. NXT TakeOver WarGames, man. This is a huge announcement, seeing as the last time a WarGames match was done was on a Monday Night Nitro in September of 2000. And that was Team Russo, Nash, Jarrett, Steiner, and Vince Russo, and the Harris brothers. They defeated Sting, Goldberg, Booker T, and Chronic. Now,
Somebody had some tickle butt about that.
No, that's not really tickle butt. It just sucks.
yeah, the one before that was Fall Brawl 98, where Team WCW beat up NWO Hollywood. That was DDP, Roddy Piper, and the Warrior.
That was another dumpster fire.
Right. Hogan versus Hogan, Bret Hart, and Stevie Ray. And the NWO Wolfpack was
my
on.
man.
Kevin Nash, Sting,
My nigga.
Lex Luger. Now, again, a lot of people were giving WWE shit because they were going against the original style of WarGames. They all said, oh my God, no, this is supposed to be a 5-on-5 tag match, 5-on-5 match where each person comes in. But again, I know when we were originally talking about it, and I was reading up on this today.
It's been 3 teams.
I do my research. That one I specifically mentioned on purpose, the one at Fall Brawl 98, was because it was 3 teams of 3. Team WCW, NWO Hollywood, and NWO Wolfpack.
But that was weird too, because it kind of wasn't, because that was kind of like in every man for them, because whoever won that
got a shot at
the title.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like, because you had guys on their same team fighting each other in that. It was stupid, really.
I mean, the War Games concept, I think, is what's selling the NXT pay-per-view this time. But it is odd because it seemed like that would have been such a perfect thing for this Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series. But that said, I don't have an issue with it either way. I just wish I understood like the pairing more of Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong.
Well, again, Roddy was offered a spot in CFO in Undisputed Era, and he originally took the band, and then the next week he turned on them because they were beating up Authors of Pain, and then he struck Adam Cole. So I agree, it was a weird way to get into it, but at the same time, no, it was just a weird way to get into it. I can't, because then Roddy versus Adam the next week, and it was just like, yeah, but why would you just automatically team Roddy with AOP? AOP should have been like, no, we're only 2. But again, it's better booking than we've seen in a long time. And I want to play fantasy booker here because, like you stated, you wish WarGames was available for SmackDown versus Raw in Survivor Series, and there's inklings and rumors that now that Triple H is involved with the men's 5-on-5, there's a good possibility that it does become WarGames. And the reason this is coming about is because if you look at a lot of the ticket sites that are hosting how the seating is going to go, is the seating for NXT TakeOver WarGames is eerily similar to Survivor
Series. Same building, right?
Yep, same building next night. So it's very possible that somehow, some way throughout this week, something changes with that match. So if that happens and we get a new scorecard, which props the PW scorecards, there's been so many different changes throughout these matches going on up until now that they've been just on their toes. So it's very possible that we do see the WarGames, and it would be sweet as fuck if we did.
Yeah, it would. Especially, and we'll talk about it more when we get to the match, but man, they've done a decent job building up the Raw versus SmackDown rivalry.
Do you think they may just like call it on the fly? Like, what I mean by that is like,
no, it'll be a social media announcement first.
You don't think they'll like maybe judge the success on Saturday and be like, all right, that was good, let's try it tomorrow?
If anything, I see it happening a Friday before.
So
a Friday.
You don't think they'll call it on the fly
then?
then?
No, I don't think it's going to be on the fly thing. I think it's being set up.
It'd be kind of cool if it was.
I mean, hey, it's very possible, dude. You never know. But there's no way they could call it on the fly like that because they'd still have to.
Sure,
have
they could, because they already got the damn ring and everything set up.
But if they're not going to do it, they would take that ring out for Survivor Series.
They could get that. I mean, that's not like a. They
They're
could do that.
not. They're not going to haul in a fucking ring during Survivor Series for the pay-per-view. Not during. I'm talking about during the pay-per-view. You're saying like on the fly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have to break that ring down Saturday night and then reset it up.
Well, the good news is they have enough people there where they could set up the ring quick enough where you wouldn't really notice. They have a huge production team. So, I mean, like, with a good ring, like these modern rings, you can set up in about 25 minutes. Mm-hmm. But with extra people, you could probably set that up in about 10, 15.
So maybe they could then.
They could. I mean, you'd have to have something backstage and probably a big-ass fucking video promo while they're doing all that. But it is possible. I don't think it's likely. Because then they would have to move barricades and all that. I don't know how their ring would be. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's other shit that not just the ring.
But what if they just like figured it out Saturday night and then just left it set up for Sunday? You know,
that's possible. That I mean, again, I would prefer to see it in a WarGames. I think it'd be cool to do it at Survivor Series. There's more of a build there,
which is kind of weird watching other matches with the WarGames set up. You know, especially for the fans on the other side of the empty ring.
And that's the other thing that I'm talking about is there's because it's not just the ring setup, it's the crowd setup.
Yeah.
So if you're going to leave it that wide open for the majority of the show and
it's
then
a little
just
wonky.
Yeah, it'd be so I
But
have
it
a
always
feeling,
was back in the day, you
right.
know. They did
But I mean it's different being wonky with the ring there rather than why is there all this extra space? Okay, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
There's leaving that much space there, it's kind of impossible for anyone to go, "Oh, I wonder if they're going to do WarGames for Raw for SmackDown." Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned earlier, we were going to have a special guest, and we have our special guest. Walt from In the Box here on podcastdetroit.com is in studio with us. Walt, what's up, man?
Words.
Cool. So,
What's up?
I was explaining to the audience, I'll explain it to
What's
you.
up?
What we're going to do is we're going to discuss each match and its build as we go down the whole thing. This way, we're not discussing the whole
I'm
week.
just here to talk about one match.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
The main event,
Which
TakeOver.
Oh, yeah. The WarGames. That's it. That's all you want.
Oh no. The real main event,
Oh, what's that?
the Street Profits.
Oh, the Street. No.
Fabulous and DeMarcus Cousins making her entering debut.
All right. So, first match
Seriously,
on the.
Google image search.
No,
those guys,
not at
and
all.
they look exactly like the
exactly
Street
the same.
Profits.
All right. So, first match on TakeOver WarGames, Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan. Sorry. 2 extras on this. Pin, submission, counter, DQ as always. Number of finishers executed, plus or minus 1. Joe, you are the champion. Are you taking championship advantage and going last?
You know I am.
Oh, baby.
I'm calling this shit on the fly.
So here's how we're going to go. As always, the board operator goes second to last. Last is the champion. Callie has moved over to board operator.
All right. I'm
So-
never giving this spot up. I will happily take
We're going to
this.
start with
But will
Walt.
you give it up if it lets you down?
Like Neville.
No.
So we're going to go in this
Okay.
order. Walt's going to go first, then Smitty, then Orlando, myself, Callie, and then Joe. I have
All right.
cool.
Well, because we haven't gone first in like 350 years in this country, so we might as well start somewhere.
Whoa. Black jokes.
Smitty's so happy.
Hang on, wait, Smitty, you're not the champion? Why am I here
no.
then?
We're
Keep
going
it warm for me.
We are going to
Okay.
start off with, like Z couldn't be here, but he did get in his picks. So I will start off with those picks. Z's picks for this, Cassius to go over by count out, and 3 is the number of finishers that Z has picked. Walt, what are your calls on this?
I'm going with the in-shape guy instead of just the fat dude.
So Lars Sullivan.
Yeah. Like seriously, Cassius, he's not like Kevin Owens fat. He's just fat.
Yeah, it's not an
athletic fat.
It's not a good fat.
Like he's just fat.
It's yeah. There's a reason Nia covers all the way up. Right? Like, look, I love Nia. I think she's a very beautiful woman. But
Yeah.
if she wore what Cassius Ohno wears, even a fucking tank top that's just a sleeveless cutout with the bottoms like that, a lot of people would go, no.
Like Big Daddy V thinks Cassius Ohno is out of line.
Rest in peace. He brings it inappropriate. First day on the show, and he brings it inappropriate.
That's what
That's
all about.
what our show's all
The
about.
shirt says be inappropriate.
Yep.
I'm just giving you kudos.
ProWrestlingTees.com/BDR.
I want Lars Sullivan. I can't because they're clearly building him for something.
Right, yeah.
He's an ugly son of a bitch, though. Snitsky 2.0.
Snitsky looks better than Lars, man.
Yeah, I'm going Sullivan with the pen, 4 finishers.
Okay. Smitty.
Yeah, I also got the ugly son of a bitch, Lars Sullivan, going over by pin. I'm only going with 2.
2 finishers? All right. Orlando?
Admittedly, I have not watched much NXT, and I don't even know who Lars is, but I picked him anyways. I have my pin with 3 finishers.
I have the
PGA
exact
Tour.
same picks as you. Lars by pin with 3 finishers. Callie
I have Lars Sullivan by pin, 3 finishers.
and Champ.
Lars Sullivan pin. Yeah, I guess 3 sounds good.
3 sounds good. Keeps me even with everybody so I don't have to drop the belt. Championship advantage.
Oh, that's adorable. I'm going to win.
Up next on the card, women's championship, the NXT Women's Championship Fatal 4-Way. Kairi Sane versus Peyton Royce versus Ember Moon versus Nikki Cross. Kairi Sane got into this. Asuka, obviously 2 weeks after NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, dropped the belt 3 weeks after NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Asuka came out, announced that she was going to be going to Raw or SmackDown, and that she was going to relinquish the women's title. The Mae Young Classic happened about 2 weeks after that, so Kairi Sane won that. And in that, William Regal announced it'll be a fatal 4-way at NXT TakeOver Houston, they called it at the time, for the match. There was a couple triple threat matches and then an over-the-top rope battle royal. Peyton Royce and Ember Moon won the triple threat matches. Nikki Cross won the over-the-top battle royal because she was screwed out of it by the Undisputed Era when they sent in Chimera. I can't. The one that, the
Conti,
one that,
whatever.
She's from Brazil.
She's with the Undisputed
Conti.
Era.
she's not
No,
because
she wasn't. They admitted, like, we just used you.
yeah, we used.
Oh, okay.
So,
See, I'm not up to date either then.
but that was an online thing. They did. It was
That
like
was
a video
kind of
online.
cunty of them.
Yeah.
I see what you
Look
did.
at this.
That was
She
good.
looks like an anime character.
Orlando Punstifer. So yeah, Kairi Sane got in through the Mae Young Classic. Everyone else got in through matches. So there's a fatal 4-way here for the women's title.
Oh, you kind of just buried her with that, with the way you said that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well,
The Pirate Princess, best elbow drop in the business. I'll give it to her.
Dude,
That
I said that when we first
She needs to
discussed it.
teach Phil Brooks how to do that.
she needs to teach everybody how to do that. Man, she fucking A, dude. So there's five extras for this: pin or submission, who makes the fall, who takes the fall, match time bell to bell in minutes plus or minus 1, outside interference or distraction. Let me ask you guys a question before we go into the picks, and we'll start with Walt. Your thoughts on everything surrounding this match. Does it make sense to you? Are you okay with it? Do you wish they would have gone another way?
I'm okay with it. Giving Kairi Sane, obviously the person who won the Mae Young Classic, actually making that mean something.
Right.
Unlike winning Andre the Giant Battle Royal, where you just job for a year after you win it, somewhere in
Or you
Japan,
pay $50.
yeah, right. Yeah. Somewhere in Japan, Yoshitashi's wondering where this Japanese push for everyone was going on when he was there.
He still
So
wouldn't
it's
have got it.
So it's Takamichi Noku. So
Taka at least held a belt.
They tried to build a division around him. They just didn't
Yeah.
have a division.
It was him and Brian Christopher.
Yeah, basically.
Sean Waltman.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with Nikki Cross. How she still has those crazy elements, even though she's a face now. But they haven't changed her character much. I really like what they do with her. Ember Moon, the fact they're playing up that she can't win the big match. They're playing that up, and then Peyton Royce.
I like Peyton Royce.
I
man.
like her too, but I have nothing else really to say about it.
I I think she's definitely more of a character than a wrestler. I think Ember Moon is your worker in the ring. I believe that she's the one who is the workhorse right now of this division. But with all of these women coming in from the Mae Young Classic, I'm really excited about the women's division in NXT and WWE coming up, because there's a lot that could come out of all this, especially
the rumor that there's going to be a women's battle royal this year.
Fine by me.
At the Royal Rumble.
That's fine by me. It totally needs to happen.
Just don't do a women's wrestling show.
They won't
Just don't.
They
Look
won't.
at Callie's face.
No one's gonna. You're not gonna watch it either. So
It'll be
stop.
like the WNBA.
No one's gonna
Fuck
watch it.
you.
No, seriously, it'll be like
You
the
watch
WNBA.
205 Live every week?
No, but I
Okay.
definitely would watch women's wrestling
Why would you watch a women's wrestling show?
because I see who's out there now, and I think the Mae Young Classic definitely showed really what's out there
Mhm.
Show
and
more
the
than
things.
people.
Shut up. And the things that they can do, and I think that if you give them their own platform, you can really let them go to town and prove who they are.
I think they'll more
I
than
said
likely
horse-
destroy it.
Yeah.
You would have to have the right person.
I think less is more.
I
honestly.
mean, historically speaking, I think women were kind of an alternative to what the rest of the show was. There's so many all-women promotions on the indies that do really well. So I could see them trying it. The problem I would have is, what does that do in terms of your Raw and SmackDown Women's Champions? Are they going to be on this show too, or how is that going to work?
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Because then,
and yeah,
then you're taking away that alternative that you have on your show there.
right,
So that would be my issue. I think an all-woman show could work,
right.
but
if done properly.
Yeah, but exactly.
It would have to be done properly, and it'd be nice to see then 205 kind of fill in that spot that the women's were in, and
I
give
don't
them.
think that's happening.
I mean, I know it wouldn't, but for me, like that'd be kind of. I mean, in a fantasy world of
It
dream
would definitely be
bookings
like a
and-
sink or swim type scenario, you know?
Right. But I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I don't think it's likely, but I don't think
Right.
it's out of the realm of
I
possibility.
don't think anything's out of the realm of possibility when it comes to professional wrestling or sports entertainment. Is.
I mean, we did get the gobbledygooker, so I mean, you're right.
Fucking
Man,
gobbledygook.
I am still hoping we get a gobbledygulak at fucking Survivor Series. Motherfucker, I have been petitioning that on Twitter. Every time you see Drew Gulak's face, I go, can we please have the gobbledygulak at fucking Survivor Series? It would be amazing. Because
Put in his
Enzo,
PowerPoint presentation.
Enzo already called him what? Gabagulak?
Gabagulak.
Yeah, so, all right, so let's go for our picks into this. Walt.
Yep. All right. I'm going with. Aren't you going to read off Z's first?
Good call.
Dang.
I will. Man, shit.
First
You want
time
me to
here
host,
calling you
your
out.
show for you too?
Yeah, go for it. He picks Peyton Royce by submission. Peyton's going to make the fall, obviously. He says Nikki Cross is going to take the fall. Match time, bell to bell in minutes. He has at 7. And yes, there will be outside interference.
Z,
or
are
Are
subtraction.
those joke picks or his real picks?
Oh, these are his joke picks.
Oh, okay. So,
Oh, okay.
niggas, you smoking crack?
Yeah. I was going to say, these are terrible picks.
Yeah, these are.
No, they're great picks. Last place.
Yeah, that's.
No, he
specific-
can only win first place with these.
All right, we'll explain it later.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Walt.
Okay. All right. I got the princess of crazy. I don't know if that's her nickname, but that's what I'm going to call her. Nikki Cross winning.
Okay.
By pinfall, pinning Peyton Royce. I got a match going 15 minutes, and I'm going with yes, there will be outside interference from Billy Kay.
All right. Of course, Smitty.
Okay, I have Ember Moon winning.
But I think Billy Kay is the reason why Peyton Royce loses.
It's I got Ember Moon winning by pinning Peyton Royce. About 20 minutes. And yes, there will be outside interference.
All right. Orlando.
I also had Nikki winning by pin, which obviously that means she takes the fall or makes the fall. I had Royce also taking that fall because I still don't understand why she's there. And then match time,
Take the fall.
Exactly, 13 minutes. And then outside interference, yes.
All right. I have Peyton Royce winning. I'm going definitely out of the realm of this, but yes, outside interference or distraction. And I think she's going to win by pin. I guess I don't understand the make fall, take the fall thing.
Right, because I mean,
Yeah.
whoever's winning is obviously
Yeah.
making the fall.
Right.
So
So
left that one out.
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all right. Hey, Daniel, we love you though. Who takes the fall? Man, Ember. I got Ember, and I got 17 minutes for.
Did
the
you make
match.
these picks with Z or
No, look. I honestly, I know that he said Peyton's going to win and Nikki's going to take the fall, but I don't see them giving it to Nikki yet, just because Sanity still has the tag titles, and I don't think they're going to give them the faction of everybody.
They're not giving
with
them
the
Evolution
gold.
treatment.
Yeah, they're not going to give them all of the gold.
Well, they don't have all the gold.
They have the tag titles.
Outside of the
NXT championship.
Yeah, I said NXT championship. That means they have 2 of the 3 titles. So I don't see that happening yet, and I see Peyton Royce winning by interference because that's just how it should go. I believe. I think that's how they get away with it.
Okay.
And they keep the Ember Moon thing going to possibly set up for something at the Rumble where Ember finally takes it or something.
Well, I
like
agree with that with Ember. I just think that the same story is going to happen, but with Nikki.
But then also they got so many seeds planted between 3 of the girls that's why I say yes to the outside interference.
Daniel messaged us. He goes, the second you said something about making the fall on the Fatal 4-Way, I literally yelled out, fuck. He goes, I can't believe I put that there.
It's all right, Daniel.
It's, hey man, that's why, we're usually, we go over things for you, but you hate us this week, I heard.
We are proofreaders.
Callie.
Okay.
Wrong.
She's not Smitty.
Well, the kid wrong side is used to it already.
I actually agree with Mikey to an extent. I do have Peyton Royce winning by pinfall. She'll obviously make the fall.
Yeah. We're kind of there now. Just beating a dead horse.
You know what? Let's go with Kairi Sane's going to take the fall.
Ooh.
Because I don't think you'll have Ember taking that fall, because that really just fucks up that whole she finally wins sort of. It just, anyway. 16 minutes and then yes, outside.
All right. Champ.
All right, I got Ember Moon winning by pinfall. Ember Moon making the fall.
Sure.
Peyton Royce taking the fall. 17 minutes. And yes, for interference.
All right. Next match on the NXT TakeOver WarGames card is the singles match between Aleister Black and the Velveteen Dream. We've been talking about a Velveteen Dream for quite a while, ever since the show started. He's always been one of these guys that he had that weird build up for his introduction, and then he finally was, introduced, his debut, and everyone was just kind of low
Fuck
on
that
him.
faggot.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I said.
I feel like creative was like, hey, what if we did Goldust but black and he was really into Prince?
I mean,
Well,
I'm a faggot Prince reject. I've literally called him that.
Wow. Why are you so angry?
Because it's a disrespect to one of my favorite artists of all time.
Is it a disrespect?
but it's not.
Or is it an
Prince
emulation?
is also, not exactly straight, but that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's androgynous, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
It's 2017. You can't use that offensive language anymore. We had a
Yeah,
meeting.
dipshit.
We weren't at the meeting. It was a black meeting.
I'm politically incorrect and damn proud of it.
I got the cliff notes because it happened when I was living with Walt.
True.
You know what that guy reminds me of is when Prince Iakea became the wrestler formerly known as Prince. You guys remember that in WCW?
Or the artist formerly known as Goldust.
No.
Dustin Reynolds went through that whole phase.
This is not that, though.
That's not what he was talking about. Right? Like, just because it was a gimmick rip.
I'm talking about when Prince Iakea did pretty much the same gimmick for a minute in WCW when it was really bad.
I don't remember.
It was really bad. Yeah,
Was it during the downfall of WCW?
it was when WCW was going down.
Yeah, that was one of those times.
It was so bad they didn't even bother to mention it in the Rise and Fall of the WCW DVD.
too much to mention.
Yeah, right. That fall part, especially. Joe, how do you feel about the build for this? Is there anything that you would have done differently? Do you like the way they've put these guys together, or do you not know what the build was?
No, I like it. He was the guy that was like the highly touted one, but didn't win on the last Tough Enough, right? Velveteen Dream.
Yep.
So I like him as a performer. I think he's got a lot of potential. He's very athletic, talented guy. I mean, yeah, his gimmick is basically he's just imitating Prince, really.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's fine. He seems confident with it. He seems dedicated to it, and he seems to be pulling it off pretty well. And Aleister Black's been kind of untouchable.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good way for him to kind of chip away at the surface that is the unscratchable surface that is Aleister Black. So yeah, I guess I like it. Yeah.
Smitty, I'm going to ask you this, and I don't want stupid responses.
Well, don't ask him.
I have to. I have to. Everyone's involved in this. Aleister Black, like Joe stated, has been basically the most untouchable person on the NXT roster. He was always quiet, then he finally came out to speak, and that's when Velveteen Dream came down to cause all of this. Do you think Velveteen Dream is the right guy to use to get under Aleister Black's skin, or do you wish it was so, and if not, who do you think they should have done?
Honestly, I think it should have been somebody like
somebody from the Indies.
No, I was going to say Ono or even Sullivan.
Why would they be better than
Sullivan would probably be the best one.
Sullivan's not going to be playing mind
Sullivan
games with
didn't-
Aleister Black, dude.
And Sullivan didn't really start getting his
Sullivan's not going to be
beyond jobber
playing
push
mind games with a Lego.
until this all started. So they had to have already had. So what?
Well, Velveteen Dream wasn't really getting no decent push. You only saw him, maybe once or twice after his whole debut.
No, but you still you saw him more than that, dude.
He's been on NXT like every week.
He's
Even like prior to this, like
Yeah.
it was like, and if not every week, it was like 3 out of the 4 weeks.
I'm
of the
just not
month.
into Velveteen Dream. That's all this really is.
Okay,
But
so
the one thing
a biased opinion says Velveteen Dream is the wrong choice.
But it's like the build for the match is actually probably one of the better builds they've been doing on NXT. And
Could they have gotten it with anybody else then?
Just say no. It's all,
I just think the writers and the guys behind NXT could have got it done with anybody.
Oh, because it's not like he's physically brutalizing the guy. You know, he's playing mind games with him. So he's asking you if there's anyone else.
yeah. Who else on the NXT roster
Like, say, if you
would be able to do what he's doing?
And if you don't think anybody, that's fine. You could admit.
actually,
that you were
I was saying, if you didn't have Almas inside the match for McIntyre, you probably could have done with Zelina Vega.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That's the one I'll give you, because yeah, you're right. She was already doing it with Gargano. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Why do you hate the black guy, bro?
That's the first time ever, actually. Holy shit! We just found a black guy that Smitty doesn't like.
What's the date?
Smitty even liked OJ.
And that nigga did it though.
But you liked him.
Hey man, there was a time I was a Buffalo Bills fan.
He wasn't playing then.
I said that was a time when I was a Buffalo
All
Bills
right,
fan.
so let's go into our picks for this. Aleister Black, pin submission counter DQ, number of finishers executed plus or minus 1. The finishers are the Black Mass or the Purple Rainmaker, which, man, that is a great finisher for Velveteen Dream, by the way. And
Obviously.
will there be a fight before or after the match? Yes or no? Z and his joke picks, girlfriend joke picks, have Aleister winning by pinfall. 4 is the number of finishers, and yes, there will be a fight before or after the match. Walt.
So I'm kind of stuck on this one because there's a part of me that wants to kind of pick the upset and go and pick the Dream. Mm-hmm. That feels weird calling him that. I heard it.
But yeah, I didn't think about it until I said it once, and I was like, no, he's not the Dream.
That's weird.
Yep.
But Aleister Black, again, I don't know. I don't really know what what their direction is with him right now. I don't know if they're going to get him in line for a big push for a title sometime soon, or if they're going to try to use this to develop the character. I mean, clearly he's a face, and Drew Galloway McIntyre.
Yep.
That's the same thing I used to do with Owens for the longest.
Drew McIntyre is, he's the baby face, right? Or the face champion right now. And
Right.
they're not too big on the whole face versus face thing at NXT.
Not so, because Roddy and
Roddy and Drew
McIntyre
just went at it a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as far as a major
Right.
program,
Okay.
they're not going to do it with a major program. They like to try to turn someone after that.
Right.
Like what they did with the Tommy and Ono, essentially. But so I'm just going to stick with I'm going with the Velveteen Dream.
Okay. I like how you fix that. Like I'm not calling him the Dream.
By count out. I got him by count out though.
Okay.
Number 5 finishers, no fight before or after the match.
All right. Smitty.
The funny thing is, as much as I think this is going to be an upset, I'm going to still say Aleister Black by pin.
He's like crossed out the names like 3 times.
We do that a lot here.
Yeah. I'm just going to go Aleister Black by pinfall, 2 finishers, no fight before or after.
All right. Orlando.
Aleister Black by pinfall, 2 finishers, no fight.
All right. I also have Aleister Black by pinfall with 2 finishers. But as far as a fight goes,
See, I still went with a black guy.
yeah. Fucking idiot. Oh my god. Yeah, there's going to be a fight before. It's going to be after the match.
You think that Tommy and finally Aleister Black snaps on Dream?
No.
Or Dream snaps on Black?
There you go. I think all these mind games went and fucked Dream in his own head. And because he couldn't get to Black and he lost. Yeah, I see him turning.
I think he's just going to lose, man.
Yeah, that Black mass kick knocks people the fuck out.
Right?
You gotta knock the fuck out, bitch.
I don't think he's getting up after that.
I mean, not right away, but Black also sits in that ring right after. Callie.
See, I can see him hitting a kick and then he rolls out, to the outside.
Possible.
Oh, God. Okay.
Man, you even have an extra time, 2 extra times.
I understand that. I have it written out. Calm your tits. Jesus Christ.
These will never be calm, ever.
I have Velveteen Dream winning by pinfall with 2 finishers and yes to a fight before or after.
All right. Champ.
Aleister,
Looks like you just got an offer. Champ.
I am the champion. Woo. All right. I got Aleister Black, pinfall, 2, and no. And that's the standard answer, it seems. For
This is literally either how I get out of second place or how I fall to the fucking bottom.
Fucking? That's what you said last time. That was your last words prior to that. Fuck.
Well,
I made it all the way to the middle.
That's really what our hope and goal is. I mean, after we go down, of course.
are we going to discuss what the punishment's going to be this week? On the air, or are we going to discuss this off the air?
We're going to put something up on Twitter.
Ooh, let the fans decide.
All the fans.
Sure.
Okay, up next, the NXT Championship match. For the first time ever in NXT, the championship is not the main event of the show. Drew McIntyre versus Andrade Cien Almas. Smitty, where did you even think that Almas would have this shot?
No.
Coming out of Brooklyn?
No, I did not. I think he would flounder as he'll be on the mid card for at least another couple months.
Now with Vega, who Daniel, let's just go ahead and put it out there. You did not put her on.
But it says managers on
Manager on what has to be on the card?
Is it
Managers on the scorecard.
was it managers, valets on scorecard do not count?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
She's not on the scorecard.
Scorecard.
So just to give you a heads up
about
there,
Dusty?
and anybody who has an extras, she's there.
Basically a free one.
Yeah, there you go.
You really just had to announce that to the rest of the people. I figured that one out on my own. I was so
Daniel's
proud.
motherfucking you again right now.
He said that they did Black versus Dream at the NXT house show in Vegas last week, and he was really impressed by Dream because obviously
Bum, bum, bum.
Pro Wrestling Scorecards emanates out of Sin City. Walt, going ahead with what Smitty said, is there another choice to have showcased McIntyre's talents outside of who you were putting in the WarGames?
Right now, I mean, outside of outside of anyone from the Undisputed Era, which it kind of felt like they were going to kind of get a push, but same time NXT, no one comes right in and gets a push right away.
There's not really a solid.
No matter what your history is. I mean, Finn Balor came in, he had to wait his turn. Kevin Owens had to wait his turn.
No, I think Owens is the only one. Yeah, Owens is
you're right. Yeah, because
he came in straight, taking off his aim.
Yeah, he debuted and attacked Sami Zayn because I think everyone knew at the time Sami Zayn's not championship material.
Main championship material.
Yeah.
I still say he could go for the U.S. or IC belt.
Yeah, he can totally have a
Right,
Kofi
that
Kingston
cruiserweight
career.
title, man. I'm telling you.
Totally have a Kofi or Dolph Ziggler career.
Most of them are Kofi. Let's be honest. Most of them are Kofi. Wow, thanks, guys. That was one of the lines on SmackDown Live.
But I mean,
AJ taking shots at Brock because I can actually talk.
Looking at the roster, I mean, they've everyone basically left this year, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they kind of had a roster purge. So they're building up new talent because, Undisputed Era, all the main fans know who they are, but, a lot of people don't know who they are. So you need some time to get to know them. And Adam Cole's he's actually wrestled
Twice.
Yeah. On live, on like televised
NXT
matches,
yeah, twice now.
So you haven't really seen enough of him for anything to go up. Same, and I feel like they're kind of doing the same way with Bobby Fish and
Kyle O'Reilly.
There we go, that guy. As far with the tag team titles as well. So that's why they're doing this. So I think, and as far as heels go, who's the real heel?
AOP. You mean for?
I'm talking about as far as singles competitors. I mean, who's the real? I mean.
He's the only one that got left right now. That's the reason he's there.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan. It's too early on for him, to really do anything. I mean, maybe Hideo Itami
after taking that loss.
Yeah, that's all. It's where it's like maybe him.
What's it?
But outside of that, I mean, almost he's the guy in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
and maybe if he goes out and presses, who knows what happens? He has in-ring talent. He has the ability. I mean, he's not bad in the ring. I don't fast forward or wish I had the fast forward option when he comes on the screen. So,
right.
And Vega, she's not terrible to look at.
So I can say,
no, she is not.
And I know how we talk about how WWE's not big on pushing face versus face, but I think Oney Lorcan is a good guy in the ring that you could have put in there with McIntyre.
But when's the last time he won a match?
Yeah, Oney's even dropped the tag. I mean, come on, man. He tried Tino Sabatelli.
He's a hardworking jobber. And
he's bulked up too,
which is fine.
Nope. Don't you ever put anyone as low as Dolph Ziggler unless you say Bray Wyatt. Okay? We're not talking 5 years ago. We're talking now. Dolph Ziggler sucks.
I was just saying, he said hardworking jobber. I'm like, so you could say Oney Lorcan's like Dolph Ziggler.
He's a creep?
Yeah.
Ziggler?
You watched that commercial.
Oh, yeah.
The cricket commercial?
The cricket commercial. I'm on fire. Yes, you are.
I just imagine someone went to him like, hey, Dolph, you're gonna get a title. He's like, all right, yeah, sweet.
Creep.
Aw.
It's the closest he'll be to a title.
All right, so let's make the picks. Drew McIntyre versus Andre Cien Almas. 4 extras in this: pin, submission, countout, or DQ. Outside interference or distraction, yes or no. Number of finishers executed. The finishers are the Future Shock and La Sombra. Why does that sound weird? Like, in my head, that's exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced, but it just sounds weird for me to say it.
Maybe without the
Sombra?
hesitation.
And, well, that's why I hesitated. I was like,
Sombra.
that doesn't sound like what it is.
La Sombra.
La Sombra.
And also, you're white.
La 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 Sombra. And match time from bell to bell in minutes plus or minus 1. Z's joke picks regarding this. Girlfriend picked Drew McIntyre by pinfall. No for the outside interference or distraction. 3 is the number of finishers executed, and 8.5 minutes for this match bell to bell. She has a really short card going on. Walt.
He's not here for me to make the joke to his face, so I won't do it. Didn't have to.
I wish he was here. That was great.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I wish he was not here. I'm glad he's not here because we wouldn't have gotten your reaction if he was.
No, I still would have laughed.
Not the way you just
Yeah,
did though.
no.
Like to the point where you cut your mic. You cut your own mic so people wouldn't hear you laugh.
Yep.
You wouldn't have done that if he was here.
Yeah, I would have.
So I'm going with McIntyre to retain.
Yeah.
By pinfall, outside interference. I mean, duh.
Then he's gonna hit him with that Hurricanrana.
Such a good Hurricane Rana too.
Yes,
I got
it's very tasteful.
number of finishers 4 because and I'm gonna go a nice 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Bell to bell. I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, 13 minutes.
All right. Smitty.
All right. I got Drew McIntyre retaining the title by pinfall. Yes, on outside interference or distraction. 3 finishers. I got this match going 16 minutes.
All right. Orlando.
All right.
It was like a Mitch Hedberg. All right.
All right. I got Drew by pinfall. Yes to interference. Only 2 finishers, and I have 14 minutes.
All right. I have Drew McIntyre retaining his title by pinfall. Yes, to the outside interference. 3 for the number of finishers executed, and match time bell to bell, 16 minutes. Little thing.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre. Pinfall. Yes. 3 finishers. And bell to bell, 14 minutes.
Are you still laughing about?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Because it's just really nice to see someone else pick on Z. Because he always picks on me.
We all pick on you.
I've been picking.
I don't
on
care, but, like,
I've been
Z
picking on
really,
since
like-
you were like 10 years
Gets under your
old.
skin.
You know why that pisses me off so much.
That's funny. Joe.
Story of my life.
All right, I got Drew McIntyre by pin. Yes to interference. 3 finishers, 18 minutes.
Oh, baby. And finally, the main event of NXT TakeOver WarGames is, surprise, a WarGames match. Sanity versus Undisputed Era versus the Authors of Pain with Roderick Strong. There are 8 extras in this. Pin or submission. Starting member of Sanity. Starting member of Undisputed Era. Starting member of Authors of Pain. Which is the first team to fully enter the match? Which is the last team to fully enter the match? Who makes the fall? Who takes the fall? The build for this spilled early. This only happened 2 weeks ago now, in NXT time. 2 weeks ago was when Regal announced that everything going on could only be contained in a triple threat match with 2 rings and a cage, and they would have the WarGames. It blew up the internet when it was announced because it was not a backstage segment announcement. It was something that happened on the show that everybody saw. So it spilled out. We even talked about it. We straight up threw out those spoilers weeks ago when this was first taped in NXT. And the response from the audience, the people wanting to watch this, to people who are just annoyed that it's being used because they're ROH champions, right? It's done nothing but make people talk, to the point where now rumors are running around saying that WarGames is also going to be used on Survivor Series. Let's talk straight up, first off, from the vantage point of Cody. Cody has come out up talking about Starrcade. He's talked about WarGames. He says that WWE is now using things from his father when his father was dead. They wouldn't give him the props when he was alive. I don't feel that he's that off with those comments. You know, I will say that is definitely Dusty's passing that may have sparked this love and interest to go further. Because if you ask anybody who worked with Dusty in NXT in the Performance Center, they have the utmost respect for him. They've said that he has done the most for their careers than anybody else. Look at Bayley. Bayley has one of her ring gears. Half of the top is the Dusty's black and yellow polka dots. You know, Kevin Owens spills love for Dusty consistently on any interview, anything like that. So I agree that this may have been, that this is because he passed and they're like, no, we're going to keep. I think Triple H is more doing it as a respect to Dusty's legacy rather than, oh, fuck you, we're going to do this now that you're dead. I think that's where Cody's a little wrong. But at the same time, I agree that they probably would not be doing this if he was alive. It's a possibility that they would not be doing this if he was alive. Orlando, as far as all of the talk regarding the...
Sorry. He just sits up and he's like,
Hello?
oh, yeah, I'm awake. What's
Go
up?
ahead. What's up?
As far as the praise for this match, is it something that gets you excited as well?
Yeah, I think it's WarGames is a concept I never wanted to see die. I mean, we talked earlier about some really bad WarGames matches that happened at the end of WCW, and they were bad. But the original concept, the original ones are really fucking good, and it's just a good thing to see back on TV. Yeah, I get the Cody Rhodes. I don't know if it's because of that or not. I really think it's just kind of it's sad that it's, you know, after Dusty's passing, but Triple H probably has more pull now than he ever did before, so he's probably just, hey, now is the time we can do this. So I just think it's an inconvenient thing in that regard. I don't really think it's like, hey, you didn't get this while you were alive, Dusty. I don't think there's any like ill intention there.
Way too many hard times, Daddy. Hard times.
First the polka dots and now this.
Right.
Never ending Vince to Dusty rib.
Right. Like my only complaint is I just don't think they built up the teams very well for this. It doesn't seem like there's much heat going into the match to require a WarGames match. Which sucks because that's what's selling this show. Mm-hmm. The main event we just talked about, the NXT main title, that's not a very big selling point. So I don't know. I'm still excited to see the match. I just wish there was more of a reason to have it.
All right. Joe, your feelings on the WarGames and the surrounding controversies or happiness?
I don't think much of the surrounding controversies. I'm kind of with Orlando on that one. I think it's just a kind of a timing thing, coincidence, if anything else. I don't think anyone's trying to rib or, you know, pull a fast one on Dusty in the Grave or anything, you know.
Right.
I also agree with Orlando that, you know, it's not like all these three teams have like scathing hate for each other.
Right.
But if this match is pulled off right, it could be something historic. Because it's been like, what? Almost 20. It's been 20 years, 19 years since
17.
17?
Yeah, the last one was September 4th, 2000.
So, I mean, if this one goes well, you'd like to think that, you know, it'll start an annual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see that. And it's kind of a weird it's not, a one-on-one, like one team versus one teams. It's 3, so that's kind of a weird dynamic too. But all these guys participating in this match, AOP's still a little green, but they're very solid, and they got Paul Ellering with them. So I think all these guys in this match are gonna put on one hell of a performance. I'm looking forward to it.
Which is the cool thing about that. You mentioned Paul Ellering. Paul Ellering was involved in the original.
I mean, if you're gonna pick anyone's brain about WarGames or any guy to have in your corner,
right?
Paul Ellering's not a bad one,
And Arn is one of Triple H's right hand men
right.
in NXT
so
as well.
Hopefully he's got some involvement in this, which I'm sure he does.
And I want to rephrase. Yes, the last War Games that it was called happened in 2000, but that was that triple cage structure that they did on that Monday Nitro.
That Ready to Rumble.
Yeah,
structure.
type thing. The last one with the double cage over 2 rings was the 1998. So
that was the one with the Warrior and Piper and stuff.
Yep. So 19 years, damn near 20 years. Callie, you were helping me with all of this move stuff that I was doing, and obviously we had NXT playing in the background, and then we were listening to another wrestling show today, and they were hyping how big the War Games is. And I asked you, had you finally seen a match yet? And you said no. So I sat you down today, and we put on the original War Games, and a little bit into the next, the first one with NWO versus WCW when it first hit pay-per-view,
which was interesting,
yearly. And yeah, obviously it's an NWO thing, and that was always crazy. But from what you saw in the original one, and even the next one that you saw, is this a match that piques your interest more now because of that? Or is it something that you were already excited for and now you're just like, oh, now I have an idea of what's going to happen?
I mean, I like the thought of it when I was first hearing like how the setup is, I thought like, what a clusterfuck. Like, that's got to be annoying to watch. Like, how exciting can it really be? Mm-hmm. Then having gone and watched those 2 matches, it was a very interesting dynamic. Kind of took me by shock. I'm excited to see
Future shock.
Shock the system.
The Shockmaster. Sorry.
He was in a fucking War Game.
Yeah,
I know he was. Just keep going.
I mean, I'm
Tugboat. Toot toot.
Motherfucker wore a construction hat.
What?
And when we came to the ring, he had a construction hat on for the War Games match he was in.
Oh,
He had a hard hat on.
I thought you were talking
Man,
about.
he was coming to work, man.
I thought you were talking about when he debuted. I was like, no, he didn't.
No,
He
he
was
wore
a
a bedazzled
stormtrooper helmet.
stormtrooper helmet.
what?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, well.
God, it's I've never seen the Shockmaster debut.
Just a unanimous group groan.
I'm
like,
gonna,
come
hold on.
on.
Here's what we're gonna do on our YouTube this week. I'm gonna put up the video. We're gonna have a reaction
Poor
video
Fred.
of you.
You should
seeing-
put together like a whole montage of like videos for me to watch.
This one's
Oh, is that
amazing.
one- really?
This one's amazing. I want the whole promo. We're just gonna have you watching it, and we're gonna put it up on our YouTube of a reaction.
Hey, don't tell her anything else.
No,
guys.
yeah, we're
But-
not. Yeah, just
It was only the
I won't
second
look it
worst
up.
thing that WCW did.
Uh-oh. was a
Remember to
good
have
thing.
RoboCop
I was
be
just about to
Sting's
say,
partner?
what's the first one? RoboCop.
You don't recall Chucky calling out Rick Steiner? Because that happened too.
David Arquette was their
Arquette
champion.
I was like, David Arquette was world champion. Dennis
But
Rodman
at
was
least-
tag champion.
But at least that David Arquette they did an interview with, and he said like he didn't want to be the champ. Like they made him win the belt. Like he was like, "Are you like that? Doesn't sound good to me."
Still doesn't,
Like, he was like, "Nah, this is not a good."
that still doesn't take away from how awful it
I know.
was.
But
Jay Leno went over on Hogan.
What'd you say?
Jay Leno went over on Hogan.
Yeah, he also put him in an armbar, which is totally believable.
he put him in a Joe. All right, continue your thought. I'm sorry, Kelly. We totally strayed away for
Okay.
shitty WCW moments.
Tuned out, so it's all good. I'm excited. So, I mean, if we're
Kelly's in
being
rare
honest.
form tonight.
I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it. I don't think it'll be exactly like what it used to be, just because they love to add weird spins on shit like this and that make us go, what the fuck? So, yeah. We'll just see. After Sunday, I'll like definitely give my opinion on like the whole idea of WarGames.
All right. Cool.
Fair enough.
All right. So we're going to go into our picks now. And Z's picks are as follows. Undisputed is going to win by some. Okay, hold on. Let me go. I have to right off the bat go into this because we might have to have a completely different card here. Anytime there has been a WarGames match, because we can go, it's never been pin or a pin has never been involved. So, reading off the rules that they have on WWE.com, the 3-member teams of Sanity, Undisputed Era, and Authors of Pain and Roddy will wage war inside a massive steel cage that surrounds 2 rings. All 3 teams will be contained inside separate shark cages by the entranceway, with a member from each team as chosen by his respective squad starting the match. So it's going to start out as a triple threat match. After 5 minutes, the remaining members of one team will be released to their shark cage and allowed to enter the match. All right, so that means the whole team goes in next. When another 3-minute period elapses, the remaining members from a second team are released from their shark cage to enter the match. Following another 3-minute period, the final team's members are released from their shark cage and enter the match. Once all 3 teams have entered the WarGames match, a victory can be attained via pinfall or submission. Holy shit. They were fucking Pro Wrestling Scorecards were on it. And I was all
And
about.
you wanted to doubt them.
That's complicated.
I gotta stop trying to do that. But that does help us in our picks. I did go over that.
You read that really just put that
Because
in
I
perspective.
was thinking one person by one person.
Like it used
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah, but this is an entire team is going to be put in at once. All right. So, Z's picks are Undisputed Era by submission. Starting member of Sanity is going to be Eric Young. Adam Cole is going to be the starting member of Undisputed Era. Starting member of Authors of Pain is going to be he just wrote AOP. Razor from Razor, sorry.
Razar.
Yeah. Razar, whatever. Toka! First team to fully enter the match is going to be Authors of Pain.
That's what I think every time I hear their name.
Every time.
Every
I think you're dealing with the real deal now.
Right. These 2 giant D-Los.
named after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle foes. The last team to fully enter the match
They
is
need to come out with Kevin Nash this one time.
Shredder. Undisputed is going to be the last team to fully enter the match. Who's going to make the fall? Bobby Fish. Who's going to take the fall? Eric Young. Walt, give us your WarGames picks.
All right, I'm going with the undisputed ERA.
It's so true. It's so fucking true. Holy shit.
By pen.
Why is it all capitals? This is, and not even. I'm not even talking about the scorecard. It's capitals for WWE too. Oh shit! All right.
If you look at Sanity, it's
that
it's like the San Antonio.
It makes sense. Oh.
San Antonio.
Nitty.
Nit, why?
Nitty. San Nitty.
Nit, why? All right. So Undisputed Era.
By pen. I got starting adventure. Starting member for San Why is Dane.
Killian Dane.
Yep. For the ERA, Fish. For AOP, Strong.
Yeah.
I confused myself for a second.
You're like, why
Why did I put Strong there? So Strong starts for AOP. First team fully in will be the ERA. Last team fully in will be AOP. I got Cole. Cole makes the fall. Young takes the fall.
All right. Smitty.
I've got the guys that are going to shock the system winning. Undisputed Era. Winning by pin. Eric Young will start the match for Sanity. Starting member for Undisputed Era is going to be Bobby Fish.
Fucking cheater. Comment on my shit.
No. This starting member for AOP is going to be Akam. Undisputed Era is going to have their guys in first. Sanity is going to have their guys in last. Because when Big Damo gets in there, he's going to just start crushing people.
Okay.
Adam Cole pins Roderick Strong for the win.
All right.
I have also the ERA winning by pin. I have.
Are you guys going to call it? Is that their name from now on?
On this show, maybe.
Yeah, the earned run average.
Right. See, I refrain from using that one.
Okay.
I need to drink more. No, I don't, because I got to be to work.
I got Eric Young starting Insanity, Adam Cole starting with the ERA, and Roddy starting for the Authors of Pain, because I just didn't think it made sense to kind of mix up the tag teams if they're coming out as a team after that. First team to fully enter the match is Sanity. Last team will be the ERA. Who makes the fall will be Adam Cole on Roddy Strong.
All right. I also have the Undisputed Era going over by pin. Starting member of Sanity, I have as Alexander Wolf. Starting member of Undisputed Era, I'm going to go with Kyle O'Reilly. Starting member of Authors of Pain, yes, I agree, Roddy. Team to fully enter the match first, I have AOP. Last team to fully enter the match, I have Sanity. And who makes the fall? Yes, Cole. Who takes the fall? Eric Young.
You are. TNA's Daniel Bryan.
God damn.
Come on.
The guy was afraid of his own fireworks. His own pyro.
That was awesome.
They gave him a title run 3 months after Daniel Bryan won.
I have the Undisputed Era. Pinfall Dane.
Boo.
O'Reilly. Strong. AOP Era.
Wait, whoa.
Cole Young.
I need you to read these extras.
You just
as you're
said
going. Come on.
words.
Yeah, you just. Come on, man. The
your
audience
mouth.
wants to know.
They should get their own.
We
And
have our
follow
own, and I
along.
still didn't follow along.
Yeah, open
Who's
your mouth.
flat?
Use your words, woman.
It's like she just spoke like a predict text when you just hit the same button over and over again on an iPhone.
It's not often that Smitty wants a woman to speak, so you should just take advantage of that.
All right, so the Undisputed Era is going to win by pinfall. The starting member of Sanity is going to be Dane. The starting member of the Undisputed Era is going to be O'Reilly. The starting member of Authors of Pain is going to be Strong. First team to fully enter the match is going to be AOP. The last team to fully enter the match is the Era. Who makes the fall? Cole. Who takes the fall? Young.
All right. Champ.
All right, I got the Era, the Undisputed, the Era of Undisputation by pinfall.
In case you want to dispute that.
It's undisputable.
You can't.
Because
It's an error.
because it's undisputable. Yeah, pinfall. Young is first guy for Sanity. O'Reilly first for the Era. Strong for AOP. First team to Sanity. Last team Era. Cole makes the fall. Strong takes the fall.
All right. Up next are the unscheduled appearances. 5 points for each correct name. Maximum of 5 selections. Team counts as multiple selections. WWE card at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, aka 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is right when the kickoff show starts. Will act as the official list. Managers, valets on the scorecard do not count.
That's very important on the scorecard.
Backstage or live appearances only. No match promo videos or pre-show panel guests. No authority figures, trainers, referees, or announcers. Z had his lady. Pick for him. Nothing. It's not on here.
Nobody.
No one's showing up.
So none. Got none. I'm gonna look. I don't even think he has anything for
Series either.
Yeah, even his serious ones don't have it. All right.
OZ.
Sucks to suck.
Z. Well, you're gonna lose because that's a lot.
Hey, Callie, how do you feel about Z?
What a sucker.
We didn't ask how you felt about his girlfriend.
How I feel about his girlfriend?
Never mind.
Yeah, that flew completely over your head.
Sure.
Sucker.
Oh, missed again.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Walt, give me your unscheduled appearances for NXT TakeOver WarGames.
Jasmine. Just some chick named Jasmine.
I was like, Aaliyah? Her name's Aaliyah. Not her real name.
No, just some chick named Jasmine in the crowd.
That's all you have?
No, I'm joking.
Okay. This is chick.
Well, since
It's fucking hilarious if some girl named Jasmine shows up now. Like, just in the audience.
Right,
Jasmine!
Right, just says Jasmine in the crowd.
like, son of a bitch, I should have wrote that down.
Or like some chick's sign says Jasmine arrow pointing down. I'm like, oh my fucking god, it was her! Walt fucking knew it. He knew some girl going to the show.
Well, since managers on the scorecard or valets on the scorecard don't count, Vega, Paul Ellering.
Yep.
I think we all got it.
Totally, yeah. I'm not arguing it, dude.
Just Billy Kay.
Yep.
Just because it's in San Antonio, HBK.
Oh,
he is a
wait,
trainer.
No, hold on.
Well, HBK's a trainer.
Yes.
He's a
He's an
trainer.
authority figure,
But-
kind of.
He's a trainer.
Yeah. He is a trainer.
He's supposed to be doing an ab off.
The ab off with Johnny
Johnny
Gargano on the
Gargano.
pre-show.
Damn it. Okay.
No, but you know what?
No, I
it's
just
not on the
Oh, but it's a
official
pre-show.
card.
But it's part of the pre-show.
I just read on WrestleZone that Johnny Gargano is wrestling Pete Dunne for the UK Championship.
That's next week.
Pre-show.
No, that's on the pre-show.
It's on the pre-show, but it'll be aired on the following NXT.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, so yes.
So then, can we put Johnny Gargano?
Can I put HBK then or no?
HBK is considered a trainer,
So no.
so no,
You could put Johnny Gargano if you wanted.
No, because if it's announced on the
it's not on.
Free.
It's
not on the card.
Yeah, it's not
It's not
here.
on the PW score.
Yeah,
card.
but
It's also not on the WWE website, and that's been announced on Twitter for weeks.
right, like I said, I saw it on WrestleZone, not WWE.
Yeah, so you could put Gargano. We're just giving away points here.
Bye-bye, Brazilian chick.
Huh?
Brazilian.
Bye-bye, Brazilian chick.
Yeah.
Conti.
What a cunty.
Conti.
Stop being so cunty.
Y'all are cunts.
And just for shits and giggles, Asuka.
All right. That's
I could
actually a
see
good
them-
one, yeah.
Her coming out, handing the title over to.
Or even just being
in the
audience.
crowd,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. That's a good call. Man, I'm glad you went first. Smitty.
Oh, I didn't pick Phil Brooks to show up this time.
I got Billy Kay, Zelina Vega, Johnny Gargano, Paul Ellering, and my one out from left field's gonna be Dustin Runnels.
Okay.
I mean, because of the sudden changes, all of my picks pretty much got scratched off.
Motherfucker.
Because I had HBK too. Like fuck.
Motherfucker.
So I got Paul Ellering, Billy Kay, Vega, Gargano, and now Pete Dunne, I guess.
All right. I have Billy Kay, Selena Vega, Paul Ellering, Johnny Gargano. And I was going to put Arn Anderson down, but being the trainers and stuff like that in NXT. So, yeah, I'm going to go Goldust. Callie.
I have Billy Kay, Vega, Paul, Gargano, and then Ric Flair.
Okay. And Champ.
I got Vega, Ellering, Billy Kay, Goldust, and my celeb out of left field, Jim Ross.
Ooh. Oh, man. They could even have him call WarGames since he called the first one with Cornette.
Oh,
That's a good fucking pick, dude.
That's why I'm the champ.
Yeah, maybe for now. Dick. Up next, the Survivor Series card. The first time, the only time a year that Raw versus SmackDown happens.
Until they bring back bragging rights.
Yeah.
oh
bragging
goddamn!
rights.
Please don't.
Bragging rights, war games.
Right now,
That's
there's
your pay-per-view next year, guys.
There's 8 matches announced for Survivor Series. Look, this card has gone through such an undertaking over the last, just say, 2 weeks. With a new champion to face Brock Lesnar, a new 5th man on Team Raw, a new champion to face Alexa Bliss for our SmackDown, a new the new champions to face the Usos on SmackDown, and we don't even know who the 5th member of the Team SmackDown women's team is now, because since Charlotte won the SmackDown women's title, she is now facing Alexa Bliss, and they didn't even just give Natty her spot. They literally said it's going to be up in the air who is going to take this. So obviously, I was like,
Don't shut it.
it's really hot in here. Take off all your clothes. Joe, you're the one who works out most.
I don't know. I put on a little
Baby fat.
Prove it.
Yeah, pregnancy sympathy weight here.
Just take one for the team.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, like we did with the WarGames card, we're going to talk about each match and how much we care or do not give a flying fuck about it, as well as the build and extreme surprises that have happened throughout the week. The first match, Cruiserweight Championship match, kickoff. For some reason, WWE has only given us one kickoff match on this 2-hour fucking pre-show that they've announced for Survivor Series. So, Lord knows anything can happen, and if it happens, we will obviously update our picks if some things can become official post this. Enzo Amore,
They're trying to compete with New Japan on those show length times.
it's like the Big Four always get 2 hours now, and I don't get it. I really don't.
It's too much.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Too much.
Enzo Amore versus Kalisto. Smitty, you are a 205 Live guy. Because
course
for
he is.
some reason,
Of course,
I'm the only person that really watches on a regular basis.
yeah,
of course you
that's,
are.
That's why you're a 205 Live guy. And I mean, look, it's on Raw as well. So, but
It is?
starting, yeah, dude. Apparently,
Oh yeah, I saw that part where I fast forward. That's right.
Pee break.
how are you feeling about
How long do you pee?
Kalisto's 8th match against Enzo now?
I give less than 2 shits.
Less than 2 shits. So 1 shit,
Less,
no shits.
maybe less.
You're
Well, if it's less than
You're
2
stocked
shits,
up?
it's still kind of like you give a shit.
yeah. There's still room to give shit.
There's room to give shit, but I'm not giving
So
it.
then you should say less than one shit.
I'm in negative shit.
What's
Less
the
than a-
mathematics on
less
the
than a
shit
shit.
to?
So like if
There
it's
are negative
negative
shit
shits,
gives.
is like poop coming out of your mouth?
No,
Like
you're
that
just
South
like
Park episode?
I'm just super
Yeah.
constipated. I'm like super constipated
Yuck.
with this feud.
There he goes.
raisins.
Yeah, it
and-
makes sense.
So
All right.
you're
apple
full of
juice.
shit then.
Damn.
Well, you just said you were.
Just set myself
You
up.
literally just said you were full of shit.
Damn.
Sounds about right.
About time you admit it.
Yeah, he finally admitted he's wrong a lot. He's just full
I've
of
already
it.
admitted it.
Oh man, goddamn. Roman Reigns, how you feel about him? He's so happy he's back.
Believe that.
I don't give a now that one.
Sami Zayn should be a champion, right?
At least Sami Zayn should be a mid-card champion. So I should have been a mid-card champion a while back, but that's not here or
Fucking white
there.
people.
All right, who are you picking?
Fucking Canadians.
No, not yet. We're not in the pitch. We're talking about
Canadians.
Orlando's pulling at Callie like, can we just go now?
I really don't care about this feud. I haven't cared since day one.
I like Enzo.
Yeah.
Day one ish.
I like Enzo and I like Drew Gulak with him. I think they're entertaining.
Gobbly.
Man, I think Gobbledygooks fucking needs to happen.
But
Dude, Drew
Who cares?
Gulak is awesome.
Yeah.
That guy's he's entertaining, man.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. The PowerPoint presentations, because I do call Smitty the 205 Live guy, but I do.
I watch it too.
Yeah. Gulak's always been making me and he's been entertaining me.
He's so different
But
than
now
what he was in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah.
You know, he's like a complete 180 from that.
now what he is with Enzo. I think Enzo brings out even more greatness from him.
Oh yeah, because they're polar opposites.
Oh,
you know,
it's beautiful.
he's all proper and
It's so beautiful.
perfect English. It's great.
It's amazing.
He's just so nerdy, man. He just pulls it off so well.
God, one word to describe you: SOFT. Soft.
no,
and then Enzo, you ever do that again? You ever do that again? Let's get on with these picks for there. 2 extras: pin, submission, countout, or disqualification. Number of aerial moves. Aerial moves, folks. Any move off of the turnbuckle, off of the ropes, or over through the ropes does not need to connect. Ladies and gentlemen, Z's picks are Kalisto by countout and 7.
That's his joke picks, right?
Yeah, his joke picks. Yeah, I've not given his real picks because I don't feel like going into the photos that he sent since he didn't send it in words. Walt, your picks.
Got Enzo winning.
Yep.
By pin, and just 3 aerial moves.
Okay.
I actually got him right here. His photos, if you want to call him out.
Let's just keep moving.
Let's keep
the show flowing, guys.
They're already taking enough time.
Sorry, Z. They said fuck you, Z.
Look, we'll get photos of all of this stuff up so everyone can.
Anytime somebody says anything bad about Z, I look at Cal and she just smiles big, like yep, yeah, fuck Z.
No, I didn't say. They said they didn't want to hear your picks, man. Sorry, I tried.
I didn't say anything.
Your face says it all.
That's smart.
So?
She's never been happier on this
Those
show.
smiles, those nose flares.
This is her best day.
Well, also she gets to sit next to me, so there's that.
I only mentioned
You're
nose flares.
fucking cunt. Like,
Even better is
seriously.
your nose wasn't flaring.
Until now.
And then it does.
It totally is now. Smitty, your picks.
Enzo Amore wins by pinfall and 6 aerial maneuvers. These are all
Stop
on
it.
Kalisto.
I
Stop
got
what? I'm just sitting here.
All right.
yeah,
What the GDT actually count as an aerial maneuver?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Is he
Enzo.
in the air?
Is it off of a rope or a turnbuckle?
Yeah, it is.
All right, I got Enzo
Good
by pin with 7 aerial moves.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Smitty. Aerial moves on this scorecard are defined as any move off the turnbuckle, off the ropes, or over through the ropes. It does not need to connect.
You read it exactly
I
how
will.
you have it too.
I have Enzo winning by pinfall with 5 aerial moves
Oh, my God.
plus a GDT. No, it is 5. Callie.
You want to know who's going to win by pinfall with 4 aerial moves?
Who?
Pin.
Pin. You wrote pin?
Pin's gonna win.
Oh!
Pin for the win by pinfall.
Say that 5 times
Pin
fast.
for the win by pinfall. Pin for the win by pinfall. Pin by...
I can't do it! Now you sound like an auctioneer.
can't do it.
You starting to sound like an auctioneer. Pinfall.
We don't care.
All right, let's move. Let's move forward now.
Dang, man.
Who did you really pick instead of pin?
I'm just going to cross this out and put Amore.
Make her keep pin.
Amore.
Pin cushion hair. Heard.
Pin is a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't pin that. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
I got Amore by pinfall.
Walt, you're in this match?
7. Yeah, so I agree with Orlando. 7 aerial maneuvers.
Yeah, could I change my number of aerial moves?
Sure. Because you realize the GDT's an aerial move too?
No.
Oh.
I just really began to think about how many Kalisto does. But
So what are you
anyway.
going to do?
6.
6? All right.
I'm sticking with 3.
Up next, 6-man tag team match. The Shield versus the New Day with 4 extras. Pin, submission, counter, DQ. Who makes the fall? Who takes the fall? Number of Superman punches, plus or minus 1.
Somebody knows what's gonna happen.
Smitty.
I just want to get this one out the way.
No, because we're going to talk
No.
about the build for
yeah,
it.
we're-
We're going to talk about the last 2
This
days.
isn't your show.
Yeah, this is our
All
show.
right. Here's
It's a show
you know
for
what the
the
worst
fans.
thing about me coming here is? Now you're the second black guy.
I'm the original black guy.
No, no,
You
you're the other
dirty
black guy.
cocksucker. You such a fucking dirty cocksucker. I'm the original black guy. You're just substitute. You sit here. You sit
Hey
here.
guys, we don't want any black on black violence.
It's not gonna be any violence.
Smitty would never try that.
Nigga, please.
I'm
He
Wigga.
bitches about his knees.
Smitty finally
so-
gets another black guy in the studio, and he's sitting here fucking arguing with him. You know?
Well, that's
You
just what we
complain that
do.
you're the odd man out, but
No, this is just what we do on a regular basis.
he doesn't.
Smitty,
get
how do you
that
feel
it's a
about the
joke.
build for this, man? Roman comes back.
It's not nothing to do with Roman. I think just the build for this was probably one of the better builds they've done all Survivor Series outside of the 5-on-5.
I'm sorry. Why?
Okay, so when original Under
Because the
Siege
New
thing
Day's
happened,
involved. There.
so when original Under Siege, okay, who really led the charge outside of Shane?
New Day.
Okay, so even when the retaliation on Monday, who led the charge even more than Angle?
Shield came out first.
Okay, so who cost?
The raw retaliation. Hashtag raw retaliation. Still don't know why.
When
they're
you
not
say
using that.
when you go back in a New Day, do they what they call the pump fake for the Siege Part 2?
Mm-hmm.
They cost.
where Cesaro and
cost
Sheamus
that,
won
yeah.
the titles.
So lots of the bit, like just the way that they built it, like they kept New Day kept coming back and invading. When the retaliation finally came back, it was the Shield.
Oh, thanks for saying raw retaliation.
It was
Hashtag
good
hashtag.
raw
That-
retaliation.
That sounds like a porn move. I'm just
Fine.
gonna put
That's
that
fine.
out there.
Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
It was. I think just, it was something that was actually consistent. Like the 5, like
You don't think they
everything
pulled this out of their ass because of the mumps?
the viral Romanitis. No.
I'm pretty sure Bo gave it to everybody.
No, JoJo.
Viral.
It was JoJo.
Viral
Then how did
Bowmanitis.
Bo get it out first? Oh,
else- sharing is caring, especially between brothers.
Oh, keeping it in the family.
Incest is the best.
He came in. He came in as IRS and taxed their ass.
While Bray was still an eater of the
I'm
world.
gonna need 15% of that ass.
Bring it on over. Oh, Erwin R. Shyster.
And that's the
I'm honestly
that's the
surprised
punishment
we've
for all
never
you
made
tax
that joke
cheats.
yet. Okay, so you don't think this was a mump thing?
Hashtag
I think it
pussy
kind of
tax.
was, but it was just the way they executed it was actually I like outside of it because everything else, all the rest of the build up were really inconsistent. Besides the Miz Corbin, they really didn't do too much with. Most of their build up was over social media.
But still, it built the heat. I mean,
It built the.
Well, they use social media. That's the platform.
that's
now.
this day
That's
and
what
age,
you're supposed to
man.
do. Yeah, use social media to build things.
And Miz does it better than anybody.
For real.
Miz is
So
so
it's like we even talked about how Corbin did his best work talking on his social media thing when he started bringing Maurice into
It's
it.
called Twitter.
The worldwide intra Google machine.
WWG.
The Facegram.
The face space Instagram.
Just the inconsistencies with the women's match. Just like there was so much title change. Like you said, like this whole card went through so much underhaul.
Yeah, they did change the card quite a bit.
But I think they changed it for the better.
Right, and you know what?
No matches got worse.
In changing the card like that, that actually appeases a guy like me because I'm into that suspension of disbelief. Like we all know it's a work, but like make me believe that it could be real. Like, and if this is a game of fights and competitions and stuff's on, like, yeah, shit could change leading up to that. I like that. It makes it seem more of like an athletic competition.
All right, Orlando, how do you feel about the build for this match? Shield and New Day.
I don't think there was much of a build. I think it's an interesting match anyways. I thought I think the whole card is pretty well put together, surprisingly. They did what they could with getting Roman Reigns back. It was what it was, man. I mean, it wasn't like the best build. It wasn't the worst. It's a small build, and for a one-off match, that's fine.
I think this has the potential to be the match of the night. I think the way the New Day have wrestled against the Usos or whomever they fought for the past year means that they're obviously one of the elite tag teams.
Yeah.
Every time the Shield wrestled together, versus Evolution and any other.
Those are great matches.
They're phenomenal matches. So this match outside of the men's match now is the one that excites me the most because I just have a feeling that everything on this card is going to be based off of how well this match does. So
You think it'll be the opener?
That's a good question.
I do not. I think they're going to give Miz the opening. I think it's a feud that's been. No, you know what, man? Honestly, tag team titles. The tag team titles against each other. I think because it's the Usos and the way they can talk.
Because that match is going to deliver too.
And
yeah,
and
that's going to be a great match.
And I think they probably put that match on. Like, I think they probably put that on like after maybe before the women's Survivor Series match.
So then you got
or maybe you do this match and you do the women's Survivor Series match after that. So I mean, no offense to the women, but to bring everybody down from the emotion they're gonna have, and then because you don't want a crowd burnt out by the time you hit the main event.
I'll be honest, man. I think it goes Shield. You all right?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Everything okay?
I was supposed to be at the well at 11. I'm supposed to be working.
Oh, okay. Did you finish all of your card?
Yeah.
Sweet. I will recite your matches and Z's matches. I'm really good at this game. I think it's gonna go
Just when we thought we had another one.
right. You know, I think it's gonna go third to last match, New Day versus Shield, and then I think Miz and Corbin. I think Miz and Corbin are going to be your cool down match.
Okay,
because it's Corbin. You know, I love the Miz, but I think
I'm indifferent. We'll hit on that.
Yeah.
But, I'm just.
So, I think that it's man, this could really steal the show. So let's go with the picks, real quick. Z and his joke picks. Obviously, again, his joke picks are New Day, pinfall.
We'll give Princess Black over here his paper until his lift.
All right.
Here.
He has the New Day winning by pinfall. Who makes the fall? He has Big E.
Big A?
Big A. Who's
Wow. All right. He's going to be busy this weekend.
Who takes the fall? He has Seth Rollins, and number of Superman punches is 11.
I mean, he'll do a lot, but you know.
Well, your picks for this match. Yeah, your picks for this match.
I'm going with the Shield. Mm-hmm. Shield going over. By pen, I got Roman making the fall, Big E taking the fall, 6 Superman punches.
All right. Smitty.
Everybody gets 2. Everybody gets 2.
What do you got to say about this match? Who's winning?
The Shield's going to win by pinfall. Roman Reigns is going to make the pin. Xavier Woods taking the pin.
One more time.
6
Who's
Superman
winning?
punches.
You're talking way too fast. Dude.
Yeah.
Our listeners won't be able to keep up with
He's
that.
over there like Shield. You know?
The Shield will win the match.
Okay.
Who's
pinfall.
making the pin?
No. Is it a pinfall?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
A pinfall.
Who do you have making the pinfall?
Who always makes the pin for the Shield? I already said his name twice.
I don't.
No, you
I
didn't.
didn't hear
Kurt
you.
Angle made the pinfall for the Shield.
Who?
and-
Last time, yeah.
And Triple H made a pinfall for the Shield, I believe. So, there's
Okay, the
different
original
guys do
Shield.
it.
Oh god, I hate that.
Seth did it sometimes. Dean won a few times.
Yeah, man.
Who's
What's the name of the other
What do
guy?
you have? What's the name that you have written on your scorecard?
Say his name.
Yeah. Come on, we're Velveteen. You're our Aleister Black.
Ashy Black.
I'm black. The Samoan.
I don't know who that.
That's
Joe?
Samoan.
There's a lot of Samoan. Yes.
That's
Wait a
kind of
minute.
racial, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Usos are going to
Rock.
run.
Usos? Wow, what's going on?
The Samoan motherfucker that's in the Shield. There.
I don't know who that is.
Is there a different member that night?
Yeah. I don't, it's
Sorry,
been
man.
different.
I'm confused.
Yeah, dude. I need a name so we can know if I can.
Okay, we burning time here.
You burning time.
Xavier Woods is taking a fall.
From who?
6 Superman punches.
Who's pinning him?
The guy who gives out the Superman punches.
I don't know who that is.
Superman?
We
Yes,
need you
do.
to say his name, sir.
Say his name. Say his name.
When everyone is around you. He really loves you. Say his name.
Say, Roman, I love you.
See, he said the name.
God damn it, Walt.
But it's his night. It's his
Yeah,
night.
it's not my pick. I already said my name.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you saying I didn't pick that. I need to know who you picked.
Y'all fuckers know who I picked.
No, we don't. What if somebody's tuning into this for the first time ever, and they're not too familiar with all the members of the Shield?
Yeah, so who are the members, Smitty?
Tyler Black, John Moxley, and Roman Leakey.
Who?
Who?
Oh yeah, that
was his name.
Yeah.
Who?
There, I said his name.
Who?
No, what's his name in WWE though? Because again, first
This
time
is
listener tuning
WWE
in.
2017, November.
They didn't watch, and they didn't watch FCW.
You are making this show go way longer by not just fucking saying.
Just say the goddamn name.
I have things to do.
Come on.
So do I.
Who's pinning the New Day?
Who's pinning your lover?
I won't say it. You can't make me.
I can. You're gonna get a 0 if you don't say it.
I have it written down.
I don't. That's what you have to say because this is still the official. If I have to
Dildo
go
reigns for
It's like a
Smitty.
touchdown.
Dildo
Like you gotta
reigns,
complete the
okay?
process.
I'll allow
Yeah,
Dildo
there we
Man
go.
Reigns. I'll allow Dildo Man Reigns.
Yeah.
I will because that's still the funniest fucking thing ever. Orlando.
Yeah, I get the Shield by pinfall. Roman Reigns is going to pin Xavier, and there will be 3 Superman punches.
All right. I have the Shield going over by pinfall. Roman Reigns will make the fall. I think Kofi is going to take the fall.
Fun fact: Kofi was once the sole survivors Survivor Series team back in 2009. He
And-
beat CM Punk and Randy Orton.
Yep.
And I have
Raise your hand if you knew that.
6 for my number of Superman punches.
Of course,
as well.
you knew that. He's black.
Callie.
I have the Shield winning by pinfall with Roman making the pin on Kofi
Okay.
with 5 Superman punches by
right.
Roman Reigns.
Up next,
big
Miz with the
Hold
Miz.
up.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up and
Oh shit!
let the
No,
champ
we don't,
talk.
No, we're not going to let the champ.
No,
talk.
I'll take a bye. I mean, just
0 points for
if
the
you want to
champ.
skip me, you can just give me all the right answers at the end of the day. If that's how you want to do it.
Go ahead, sir.
Shield by pin. Roman Reigns will pin your boy Xavier Woods. 6 Superman punches.
All right. Up next now, the Intercontinental title versus the United States champion. Miz with the Miztourage. Good job, Daniel, getting the valets, entrance managers, whatever. Versus Baron
really.
motherfucking Corbin. Look, the build on this for this match has basically been social media. And then Miz rips him on regular TV. Baron doesn't get a comeback because Baron's not on TV. And all he gets when there's a huge
SmackDown rally.
is a really dumb 2 lines. I'm going to make Miz have the end of days. Have the end of days? It's gonna, what? That was so bad, Baron.
He was talking about giving him that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You're gonna sit here and you're gonna watch this garbage.
I'm going to give it to you.
Son of a bitch, look at this. I brought my portable DVD player because they did not bring this out on Blu-ray yet. That's why it's not good.
And then you're gonna watch Rocky 5.
I didn't really hate that movie.
I was literally waiting for someone to go, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, I like Rocky 5 too.
Yeah.
Get him, Tommy.
Right. Touch
worst-
me now. Shoot.
I like Rocky 5.
Sue me for what?
I like Rocky 5 when I was a kid, and then I watched it again as an adult, and I was like,
That's your problem. Don't watch movies that you liked as a kid. I watch movies that I loved as a kid again as an adult. Not that I like, oh, that was good. Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm.
Tommy and the Machine Gun.
That's what you get for watching Mortal Kombat again.
He got
yeah,
AIDS,
I feel like everyone should have watched Mortal
Died of
Kombat
AIDS.
one time in 1996, and then that was it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, just go back to the game. Miz versus Baron Corbin. Joe, how did you like this social media promos. And let's be honest, and Miz's in-ring promos.
Miz is always the money on the mic, and he just destroyed him on social media. Mm-hmm. Especially the one, or basically said he was going to knock his teeth down his throat or whatever.
Right.
Did you call me Ruben?
Roman.
Oh,
Shh, we're on air.
I just think
Get out.
the further down the road that Baron Corbin goes, the more he gets exposed for his shortcomings, and Miz is just exploiting that.
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
So I think it's a good build. More of the build's been done on social media, but that's fine. Like I said earlier, that's how this business is starting to trend. So Miz being a great talker,
Trendsetter.
he's going to be at the forefront of trends like that, you know? I mean, especially like stuff like that's social media programs. That's more, you see it more like on indies and stuff. Like, obviously, look at, Jericho and Omega, and look at all the stuff
Right.
the Young Bucks do.
Selling
But
merchandise.
right, yeah, they sell a lot. But Miz is kind of utilizing it, I'd say, more so than most people in WWE at this point. Almost like an indie guy.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I think it was a good build, and it was done well on social media, and I applaud Miz for kind of going into business for himself, but with the company in mind. So it's good.
All right. Walt, you said you're not high on the Miz?
His whole gimmick, which I sort of understand, but it's like, I'm going to come out and I'm going to run my mouth and I'm going to talk all this smack when no one's around. And then they show up and then he does nothing.
Dude,
that's
the definition of a heel.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, I'm just like,
That's exactly what he should be doing.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, you're ranting and raving.
Did by chance you like touch Smitty before he left or something?
No, yeah, right. No, like I don't.
Did some smittiness wear off?
No, yeah. No, it's not that I don't like him. It's just that I'm just kind of over seeing the same thing over and over from him, and it's just, I'm like
right now, who? Sorry,
and honestly, I'll come out. I'll say this: like my first issue with it really is when everybody went crazy on this great promo he cut on Talking Smack on Daniel Bryan. It's like, okay, he's talking. All right, he's running his mouth off to a guy who can't wrestle. He can't fight, and he's calling him a quitter. Like, no, that's not true. But at the same time, it felt almost. It feels like, and not just the Miz, but I felt the same way when Ziggler did it or does it, whatever he's doing now. When other guys do it, like I feel like guys.
Can I just jump in right there? It kind of is true though, because Daniel Bryan could have asked for a release and went to New Japan or Ring of Honor and wrestled. So it's not like he could have, if he really wanted to, he could have.
Well, yeah, and then he probably dies.
I don't know about that.
Hold on.
I want to read it.
Callie just got a message from, Daniel messaged our Twitter.
BDR Twitter.
And breaking up at BDR Cast. And we obviously respond and everything.
We got the most
what
beautiful
did Daniel
message.
say on Twitter?
He sent us a message saying, I put a Reigns-specific question on this just for Smitty.
God,
and that makes me really happy. Oh, sucks to suck, Smitty.
Right.
Anywho.
All right.
No, but I mean, Daniel Bryan, he could have went off and wrestled. Yeah, sure. But a guy who decided, my health is probably more important than doing this at some point. You can't fault a guy for that. But like, again, like not just him, but a lot of guys, I feel like everyone's trying to drop the new CM Punk pipe bomb every time they grab a mic. And it's just old hat to me a lot of times. And I mean, I don't know. And maybe Miz is doing his job right. Cause I want to punch him in the face every time I see him.
That's
So
the
you
job.
know maybe
That's
he's
the
doing.
job of
So
a
yeah,
heel.
he's doing his job right. You know, and I've met the guy and he's nice.
He's a
nice
super
dude,
nice guy
yeah.
in real life. Yeah.
But like it's I just like I just get I'm just bored. I'm just bored with him.
I used to
right
hate
now.
The Miz. I mean, hate him. But like the past couple of years, I think
I don't know. He's definitely gotten better in the last 5
when Maurice
since he
came back, something about them together that really like upped his value a lot. And yeah, his version of a pipe bomb on Talking Smack, that also put some stock into him. But I'm not saying that as like I'm saying that's positive things. Like I like all of that. Like he's turned me from a guy who was a Miz hater and to now I'm a fan of the guy.
You didn't want to say Ms. Lover, did you?
I wasn't, not that I was planning on it in the first place anyway. It's not like I was trying to avoid saying Ms. Lover. Like,
Say his name.
Yeah, say his name.
I mean, I'm not down on him. It's just
No, the Miz is what I will say about him is I'm the same way. I thought he like his main event run that he had, where they had the worst main event in the history of Mania.
oh, him and Cena. I was butthurt.
All
about
that. Like I wasn't a fan of his either, but now instead of hating him, like I love to hate him. You know what I mean? He still makes you dislike him, but in a good way, where you're like, oh, I actually want to see him get shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Would you put him as the top heel on Raw?
No, because you still got fucking Heyman and fucking Lesnar and all those. Even Strowman's technically a heel. I mean, if you want to say like the guy that gets the most heat, then sure.
Okay.
I neglected to say earlier, I forgot to say, like, they don't have a lot of, like, who's really good promo guys on Raw, or even, period, like, besides him and Heyman? Who's really good at just talking without off script?
Enzo. I like Enzo's promos.
Joe. Love Joe. I think Joe is
Joe
severely underrated
Joe
on that
is
microphone
short
right
and to
now.
the point, though. He's good at making statements. He's not going to sit out there and, like, run a talk show like The Miz.
Okay, because
I like
one-
Joe's talking too, though. I agree with you, but it's a
one-
different kind of talking.
Yeah, but when, like the promo that he cut when he came out after beating the shit out of Titus O'Neil the other week, right? That
Yeah,
it
doesn't
wasn't
matter your
short.
size, doesn't matter your athleticism.
It wasn't short. Yes, it was to the point, but it wasn't short. It was definitely not talk show material.
I mean, if you really want to get, Alexa Bliss is actually pretty decent on the
She
mic.
is.
She's she can go out there and cut a hell of a promo.
And Enzo's a great talker too, but like he's not like some people like refer to him like he's one of the best talkers in a long like.
No,
Dude, he's no Stone Cold. He's no Rock. He's no Flair.
No, he's catchy.
He's got catchphrases and he's got some one-liners that are hits, some that are misses.
right.
I like Enzo's.
But just in
talking,
comparison
but-
to everybody else, I go, man, he stands out because of
I would
that.
still call who's a better promo guy, Enzo or The Miz?
Oh, Miz.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
I mean, how many good promo guys are in WWE? Period.
That's what I was just
So,
getting
I mean,
at. That's why I'm putting more stock
yeah.
in The Miz because he's one of the few that are a really good promo.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on with our picks. We'll start off with Z's joke picks. Baron by submission. Yes, there will be outside interference or distraction. And again, this is The Miz versus Baron Corbin. Pin submission counter to DQ. Outside interference or distraction. Smitty has The Miz going over on Baron Corbin by pin. Yes, outside interference or distraction. Walt.
Yo, I got Baron Corbin. No, I got The Miz winning by pinfall. No outside interference because it says Miz Haraj by The Miz's name.
That's still considered interference if they interfere.
Yeah,
though.
if they do something.
You just
yes,
can't
'cause-
use them as
just because-
unscheduled appearances.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, then
It's okay. It's okay. You know,
it's only my second time doing
if you
this.
maybe showed up for more than once every 4 months, you know.
I'm Brock Lesnar, bro.
That's true.
I'm the resident Brock Lesnar.
You're Triple
Thank
H.
you.
Wait, so somebody's gonna put my
Except
old
I
lady
do
through the
not-
table?
No,
Except
you,
I
you
do
showed
my-
up to kick out the one black guy.
I am my own. I am my own advocate. I am Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman all in one.
Yep, you're Triple H. You showed up.
I'm even half Jewish. See, I got the Paul Heyman half.
right.
Orlando.
I also have Corbin by pin. Yes, outside interference.
Oh, Miz by pinfall. Yes, outside interference or distraction.
I have Miz with his mistrust by pinfall. And yes, outside interference or distraction.
Champ.
Miz, pinfall, yes.
Oh, so he can say it like that.
What?
Champion's advantage.
That and it's not like 7 of them.
Yeah, that's what I was
So they're
missing.
all in
There's
order.
three.
I don't go like Miz, then yeah, there's going to be in the yes, and then like you go out of order with the things. At least I put mine in order.
Have you been holding on to this for like 25 minutes waiting for
No,
this
it's
moment?
someone else to do
literally
something else.
just clicking in my head.
Up next, Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's Champion, is taking on Charlotte, the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Don't.
Yo, so hey,
Don't touch me.
You touched me.
guys,
Never mind.
this SmackDown had one of the better wrestling moments.
I
Really?
teared up a little bit.
If you didn't, I don't think you're a human. Charlotte, after winning with the figure 8 over Natty, she cut a promo in ring, right? And the promo was stating how, she's expecting a text message from her dad, so on and so forth. We heard Rick was backstage on Raw. Obviously, you got to think he's going to be backstage at SmackDown, but it doesn't mean that he's going to come out. So Charlotte's leaving the ring, and Rick's music hits. Now, I put out on Twitter that the greatest heel heat ever would have been Alexa Bliss coming out to that music.
That's what I thought.
Oh, that's
what I thought.
Fucking great.
That would have been bad form, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think so. No,
do. I do.
No, if Rick's backstage and the plan wasn't, because from the look on Charlotte's face, she didn't even expect Rick
That
to
was
show
my
up.
next question. Do you think she knew, or do you
No,
think that was
I
a surprise
think
for
that
her
was,
too?
I think that was someone in the back going, Rick, you have to go out. You've
Do you
been a
think-
part of every title she's won.
You
Go
think
give her a
she
hug.
even knew he was there? Because
Oh yeah, she knew he was there. She was
So-
probably hanging with him.
that was kayfabe.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's at home texting me.
Right. And I guarantee, but him coming out is what I think was the breaker for her. But man, I don't think it would have been bad form if Alexa came out, because it would have been, one, she mentioned on Raw she might watch the match live. 2, it was a promo cut by Charlotte that she wasn't expecting, So if the plan was
Why
have Rick's music hit,
Why wasn't she expecting?
because in her promo, she goes, her dad was not there. She said he wasn't there. After the match, she was like, my dad's not here. I know I'm going to go in the back, get in the back, see a text message that says this.
Oh, I thought you meant like the promo she was cutting was unexpected.
No, yeah, her promo was, definitely expected.
Everything was expected.
Really?
As soon as she said that, I'm like, okay, Ric Flair's showing up. Why would he not? Why would they have her specifically say he's not there?
Like they're in Charlotte.
Yeah.
One,
I think there's no way that was not planned. It was definitely planned. All of it. It was a good moment, but it was definitely planned.
I disagree. Her face is what made me.
Man, that's why we're marks.
She, you know what? She could.
They
very
gotcha.
well-
They gotcha.
But I've never seen her act until Tuesday. But yeah, so Rick comes out. They're both crying. He holds her hand up like he always does, and then you move forward. To that now sets up the only 2 women to have won the title on both Raw and SmackDown, being Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, to face off at Survivor Series. And I think that made that point there, which is probably not going to be mentioned until Survivor Series. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously her winning the title, they did the whole Rick thing. But now, after all of that, and especially with Alexa knocking her out at the end of the invasion and stuff,
How do you feel about that? Like,
we're gonna get into that. I am 100% happier about this match, even if Charlotte.
it's a way bigger deal than Bliss and Natty.
But at the same time, even if Charlotte hadn't won both of them as well, I would think it was still less of a deal than what I feel this is, because I think it's stronger that they're the only 2 women to have won Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. So I think that's the huge thing. Orlando.
No, I'm with you. I talked about it last week. I thought Charlotte needed to beat Natty is what I said to make that match interesting. But what it does is it hurts the woman versus woman Survivor Series match, because who the fuck on the SmackDown team do I really think is going to have a strong performance in that? If you take away Charlotte, who the fuck, you know what I mean, in that match now? That was my complaint last week.
Unexpected.
There's
This match, it helps enormously.
I think that leaves the door open for the
Unexpected.
question mark.
Right,
Yeah,
and
there's a
That can make a
couple
big
names.
impact.
but hopefully that question mark is actually they deliver on it. It's not something, I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Right.
We'll
So
see how that goes.
Let's get into our picks for this. Z's picks are Charlotte by submission. 2 finishers are going to be executed, and no, Carmella will not cash in her Money in the Bank. Again, the match is Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte. Pin, submission, counter, or DQ. Number of finishers executed plus or minus 1. The finishers are the figure 8, the natural selection, Queen's Boot, snap DDT, or the Twisted Bliss.
That big boot's a finisher now, huh?
It's finished some people, yeah.
All right.
Smitty has Charlotte by submission, 3 finishers executed, and no, Carmella will not cash in. Walt, what you got?
I got Charlotte submission 5 and yes.
All right. Orlando.
I got Charlotte submission, 2 finishes, and no cash in.
Okay. I have Charlotte submission, 2 finishers, and no cash in as well. Callie.
I have Flair submission, 3 finishers, and no to cash it.
All right. The tag team match: Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Usos.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, Joe. I did it again. I'm in this. I'm in this move. Like, why is he tapping it? Like, is he really excited about this match?
Whoa. Hey.
I know I'm part time.
You are part. That's how part time you've been.
But when I'm here, I make my presence known.
Obviously not.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Cena, we get it.
No, because he's Cena. I can't see him.
All right, I got Flair.
It's right there.
Submission, 3 finishers, no cash in.
All right. Next match. We're not going to really talk much about the build for this match because we're already starting to go over, and we got a lot to talk about with the next 2 matches. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Bar versus SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. 4 extras here: pin, submission, counter, or DQ. Who makes the fall? Who takes the fall? Cesaro swing rotations plus or minus 1. Z's joke picks are Cesaro by countout. Jay, Sheamus, and Jay will make the fall. Sheamus will take the fall, and Cesaro swing rotations are 12. What?
Aren't those back?
No, because it doesn't. Those 2 don't matter if it's count out.
Oh, right. Got it.
But that's
Sorry.
what he wrote, so that's what we're going with.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Smitty's picks are the Bar by pinfall. Sheamus will make the fall. Jey Uso will take the fall, and 0 Cesaro swing rotations. Walt.
This is a toss up. Because I honestly don't know. So I'm just going with the Usos just because, I mean, they've been rolling the last, 6-7 months?
Yeah.
Really since the heel turn, you know.
Since they lost the face paint.
Yeah. By pinfall, I got Jay pinning Cesaro. I got 12 rotations.
All right.
Fuck.
Orlando.
All right, I'm just going to guess as I go here because I got nothing on this one.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Usos. Fuck it.
Usos going fuck it.
We'll say pin, I guess. Who makes the fall? Pick an Uso. Jimmy. I don't know which one's which.
Me neither. After all these years, I
Right.
still can't fucking tell.
Jimmy's a hype man.
From according to the dirt sheets, even Naomi can't figure out which one is which.
Oh, hey.
Oh, inappropriate.
So Cesaro takes the fall.
She loves us though. She's
And then Cesaro swing
Don't
rotation.
get her to block us.
Right. Now she went from loving us. Now you're getting her to block us.
Hey, as long as Sin Cara still blocks us, I'm okay with that. You said how many rotations? I'm sorry.
I didn't, but I'll guess. Let's give a solid 8.
Solid 8. I have the Usos winning by pinfall as well. Jimmy will make the fall on Sheamus. And the Cesaro's swing rotations. Yeah, I'm going with 0. Callie.
I have the Usos winning by pinfall with Jimmy making the fall on Cesaro. And I have 1. Just,
All right, we're going to skip
Give
the
me
champ
something.
again and just go to... No. Joe.
I got the Usos by pin. Jay over Cesaro, and then 1.
All right. I'm really sad I didn't.
I agree with your 1.
yeah,
Yeah, because he's a heel. He's probably not going to do it. But if he
But if
does, he might tease it.
he might get
Or
into
if it's
just
0,
one.
1 still wins.
Or 2. He could get
All
1 on
right.
each. I mean, who knows? It's better than just saying 0.
All right.
It is, because if it's 0, it still wins.
3 more matches to go, but the 2 that we're going to really talk about right now are the elimination matches. Raw versus SmackDown women's match and the Raw versus SmackDown men's match. This week, a bunch of shit changed for these. Jason Jordan is out. Triple H is in for this.
By the way, whoever made that Fresh Prince meme, Jason Jordan,
so good.
you're awful but great.
No, you don't want me, man.
I shared that by the
Yeah,
way.
I know. I saw. I was like,
Loved
who
it.
put this one?
When I
This is
seen it,
great.
I died. I was like, all right.
I saw that, and the thing that kills me is like, it's not even an obvious Photoshop job. It looks like that
Yeah.
Jason Jordan's face belongs in that picture.
They're the same skin color. Get it? So, yeah. So Triple H is in. Cena was announced before we went on air last week, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the men's team for SmackDown is still Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, John Cena, Nakamura, and Rude. But the men's team has switched to Triple H, Kurt Angle as the captain, Braun Strowman, Joe, and Balor. The women's match has changed because we got the last entry in on this week was Bayley. So it's Alicia, Nia, Asuka, Sasha, and Bayley versus Becky, Carmella, Tamina, Naomi, and a person to be named probably at Survivor
Oh,
Series.
come on. We all know who it is.
Do you? Because there's 3 names running out there
It's
right
the
now.
obvious one.
Which is the obvious one to you?
Nikki Kardashian.
Oh, that is one of the 3 names. The 3 names are, it could be just Natalia, which it's
All right, the
there.
Bellas are the Kardashians of the WWE. I dare you to argue me on that one.
It could be Nikki
We're not.
Bella.
you got it, man.
I don't think anyone cares enough.
Actually, I'll argue that because they at least, have a talent.
They're classier.
Like the Kardashians make money just because they're a reality star.
You
At
could-
least the Bellas have.
I guess you could call what the
abilities.
Bellas do wrestling.
I like Brie. Brie is actually pretty good. So I can't.
No one
What they
cared.
do outside of
No one
wrestling
cared
is
who they
a
were
lot
until they
better
started.
than-
Nikki wasn't getting pushes when Ziggler was pushing her.
Well, I mean, we see where Ziggler is now, so
Oh, Nikki.
That's all I'm saying.
Nikki versus Nikki and Nikki. That's how it was.
Yeah.
So the 3 names, like I said, Nikki Bella is one of them. Natalia is another one. And then there's the one that was really floating around for Raw because she was on social media about how she was backstage. Paige. There's some people talking about how Paige could be the 5th person now. Now, here's what I wanted to discuss.
I want to hear the chants at her when she's out there.
Right?
I
With
bet you
all
there's
of-
going to be a few.
With all of these,
Like what do you got in mind?
We'll see.
with all of these women
We'll see.
that are coming in with the Mae Young Classic, and
Brad Maddox going to walk it out to the ring.
right, and all of these talk about returns and stuff. And like I said, there's been the rumors that we mentioned earlier about how there's possibly a women's Royal Rumble this year. Nikki and Brie are supposed to come back around the same time. That's kind of why I don't think it's her. But because when they're talking about coming back, they're talking about coming back to team up. Is that possibly the start of a women's tag division? Maybe not a women's show, but with all of the women that they have now, could we possibly see women's tag titles on one, if not both of these shows?
On SmackDown, yes. On Raw, no.
Why not Raw? The longer show.
That would make
I just-
no sense.
I mean, that would, time-wise, yeah, that'd make more sense, but I just don't see Raw doing that.
All right, Orlando.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care. If I'm being honest, I don't give a shit, man.
This is why we're the most in it. We just don't care. We'll be honest.
No,
No fucks given.
I told you before, once they took Charlotte out of that match, this match automatically drops a step, especially on SmackDown. So if they have Paige, I think that's a step up. If it's anybody else, it's just, if it's fucking Natalia, seriously, that's the dumbest thing ever. Why even make it a mystery and make it seem like it's going to be somebody else and just not already have inserted her?
Right.
So, whatever. I don't know. I don't give a shit enough to know, and I don't care.
Let's go with our picks. Raw versus SmackDown women's match.
So for the record, Orlando's picking Alondra Blaze to show up.
That'd be sweet. I would pop for that.
Bull Nakana.
Extras are first superstar eliminated, who makes the final fall, who takes the final fall, number of superstars left on the winning team, superstar with the most eliminations. Notice when I said number of superstars left on the winning team, there's no plus or minus on that. Picks for Z. For the women's, SmackDown women, he has going over. The first superstar eliminated is Alicia, who makes the final fall, Becky, who takes the final fall, Asuka. Two superstars left on the winning team, and the superstar with the most eliminations, Asuka. Smitty has Team Raw. Carmella is the first superstar eliminated. Asuka is the final, is the person who makes the final fall. Becky will take the final fall. Number of superstars left on the winning team, 3. Superstar with the most eliminations, Nia Jax. Walt.
All right, I got Raw winning, Team Raw winning. First superstar eliminated. I got to go with the Crazy Fox.
Uh-huh.
Who makes the final fall? Asuka takes the final fall. Got Becky. Number of superstars left on winning team, 3. Superstar with most eliminations, Asuka.
Okay. I got Team Raw. I also think Alicia's going to be the first one eliminated because I think it's got to be a Raw person first to make it seem like it's going to be competitive, but it won't be. Then I got Asuka will make the final fall on Becky. There will be 2 people left, and Nia will have the most eliminations.
All right. I have Team Raw going over for the women. First superstar eliminated, Bayley. Who makes the final fall will be Asuka. Who takes the final fall, I want to say, man. Yeah, Becky. And the number of superstars left on the winning team is going to be 2. And superstar with the most eliminations, Nia Jax. Callie.
All right, I have Team Raw winning with Bayley being the first to be eliminated. Asuka makes the final on Becky. 2 left, and Nia making the most.
Okay. Joe.
Man, this is a tough one.
Yep.
I don't even have this filled out really. I'm just gonna, I guess, Raw.
Champion's advantage doesn't even get an advantage with this one.
This is a tough one. And I'm second guessing myself. I'm crossing shit out here. Shit.
Shite.
Yeah, I think Bailey's gonna be first out.
All right.
Final fall. I think Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna say Becky takes a fall. I'm gonna say 2 left on the winning team, and I guess I'm gonna say Nia.
It's very popular picks with the last 3 of us.
I mean,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I crossed off 2 things. I just don't know. This is like probably out of the 2 cards, I'd say this is the hardest one to pick.
Really, I think this is the easiest one to pick outside of.
Tell me why.
Okay, outside of Bailey being the first superstar eliminated, Asuka's being built for a major push. Right? Because she's the fucking dominant one. She's gonna get the final fall.
Right, but you could have the point okay, if someone thought Charlotte was going over in the singles match, you could say, well, I don't know. Then she's on SmackDown though, but like, if Paige makes a comeback for SmackDown, you figure that might put him over the top. But like, everyone's picking Raw, and no one picked Paige to make the final fall, and like,
it doesn't matter if she's coming back. Like it does not change the fact that Nia's a beast, so she's gonna be dominant.
It's either going to be her or Asuka with the most eliminations.
I think they give Nia the eliminations because they're giving
and then
Asuka
the final.
one.
Yeah. That's what
in
I
all
picked.
Honestly, it could be a tie.
And
they
I
could have 2 each.
Right.
So therefore, it doesn't matter which one you pick. They both, you know what I'm saying? They both were the dominant ones of it. It's just too easy for me because in my eyes, building Asuka is what you want to do. You've given her jobbers. Nia, you want to make her look strong, so she has to have a lot of eliminations. Yes, it has to look like they're the underdogs as the last 2 left. And they're going to run through the rest of the team SmackDown because that's how dominant these 2 women are. And that's why I'm more of like, who's going to be the first one out? And that's why I think it's just Bailey because she was the last one brought into it.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of wish that it was Dana Brooke or Mickie James that won because I know those would have been the first 2 out. So that's why I just went with Bailey.
Because it's either going to be Bailey or Alicia first out, and I just don't think it'll be Alicia because she's been pretty popular lately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if she goes out first, you could totally see her flipping the fuck out.
She'll do that no matter when she
Yeah.
goes out.
But her going out first, being the
it'd be
captain,
like
would
to the nth level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the hardest question on that particular match is
Just
the
who
first
goes
superstar
out.
eliminated.
Yep. I agree.
And it is. I mean, when we get to the next one, it doesn't get any easier. I don't think.
No, I think the next one is the most. I think the men's match is the most difficult one to pick because there's so many different ways that these storylines are going to be built up from this that you like. So let's get into it. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown men's. Kurt Angle, Triple H, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, and Finn Balor versus the SmackDown team of Shane McMahon, Randy Orton, John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode. The extras are the exact same. First superstar eliminated, who makes the final fall, who takes the final fall, number of superstars left on the winning team, superstar with the most eliminations. Z's joke picks. Raw is going to be the winning team. John Cena is going to be the first superstar eliminated. Samoa Joe is going to make the final fall. Shane McMahon is going to take the final fall. Number of superstars left on the winning team is 3. And superstar with the most eliminations is Samoa Joe. Sorry, I couldn't say that without laughing. Smitty has, for the men's team Raw, Bobby Roode will be the first superstar eliminated. Angle will make the final fall. Cena will take the final fall. 2 superstars left on the winning team. Braun Strowman is the superstar with the most eliminations. Walt.
I don't know. Well, because all right, the general rule with wrestling, right, is whoever goes over on the final show before pay-per-view, they lose, right? That's usually how that goes.
Right.
But I don't. First superstar eliminated is Orton.
Okay.
Got number of superstars left on the winning team is 1. Most eliminations.
So who did you say for the winning?
I don't.
Oh, you didn't pick it yet. All right.
And I have Strowman with the most eliminations, so I'm just gonna. You know what? the shit. SmackDown.
Okay.
Final fall goes to Joe, and with Nakamura taking it.
All right.
Making the so you said SmackDown's winning, so
Oh yeah, I did say SmackDown. You know what? Raw then.
So wait, who did you have making the final fall?
Joe
And taking
Joe.
it is
Nakamura.
all right.
Yeah. There you go. There.
All right.
That's how you
Orlando.
fix that.
Like we said, this is probably the hardest match to pick all the way around. I didn't care for the build on SmackDown to this match, by the way. It needed Randy Orton. It needed John Cena. It needed Triple H.
Yeah,
It seemed really flat without them there.
I'll be honest. Without, I think, yes, Cena should have had to be there, but at the same time, I don't think he's allowed to take much bumps
I
right
know.
now,
And at the
which
very
sucks.
and at the very least, though, they needed Orton there.
Right.
And Orton wasn't. I was like, that was weird.
Yeah, I don't understand why Orton wasn't a part of it either. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
I like the stuff they've done with Kevin Owens and Zayn. I think they'll probably get involved in this match somehow. Just on pure statistics, I have to have SmackDown win this match, just that way it seems even going into the main event.
Right.
I have Bobby Roode, the first one eliminated because he's the least over. Who makes the final fall? Fuck, dude. I have John Cena winning this.
Okay.
John Cena winning this over Kurt Angle last. And I think Jason Jordan's going to turn on Daddy Kurt here.
Okay.
That's just my prediction. That's not on here. I don't get any points for that. But
Benjamin.
yeah, so only one guy will be left. And I think the superstar with the most eliminations is going to be Triple H and not Strowman, because I think Strowman is going to look strong in this match, but then Kane's music's going to hit or something stupid, and he's going to like run out and get counted out, something dumb. That's what I think. I think they don't want to use him the same exact way they're going to use Nia to eliminate people. Only one of them is going to do it,
Right.
so he'll look strong, but he won't beat anybody, is what I think. I think Triple H will look strong. So he'll have the most elimination. Again, I'm just throwing shit out my ass on this one. So we'll see how this match is going to win or lose me something here.
All right. I have Team SmackDown going over. Shane McMahon is going to be the first superstar eliminated. I think who's going to make the final fall is Shinsuke Nakamura. I think who takes the final fall is Triple H. I think the number of superstars left on the winning team is 1. And I think the superstar with the most eliminations is Braun Strowman. Callie.
She had her own mic muted.
yeah, well, I was answering your question. Jesus. This is just, this is really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I guess SmackDown? I really don't know. Bobby Roode will be the first to be eliminated.
Okay.
Who makes Team Blue.
Joe's got more scratches than a DJ over here.
Dude, I made a choice.
Than a good DJ, sorry.
I made a choice, and then I changed my mind, and then now I'm going back to my original decision, man. Fuck that. Just go with your first gut instinct, you know?
Cena
For
makes it.
all right, Cena makes the final fall. Who takes the final fall?
On Angle?
All right.
I really don't know because
I
that
know.
doesn't make sense.
I'm telling you, this is. I believe this is the biggest one to pick, but
I'm like convinced I'm not gonna do well on these picks at all. Angle. Yeah, we'll write that down. 1 in Strowman.
okay. Joe,
This is all wrong.
are you saying you're losing your belt this month, sir?
No. I'm just losing this match.
All right.
I will retain.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure,
so
winning.
I got Raw winning. I originally picked Rude to be the first eliminated, and then I crossed that off and put Cena because, like, yeah, you're right. Like, he can't take a lot of bumps right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like,
fuck.
I'm like, still though, he could spend some time on the apron and not take a lot of bumps and still
Right.
not be the.
Still be a good hot.
So
tag.
anyway, I went back to my first pick with Rude.
All right.
Okay.
I got Angle making the final fall. I'm not very confident in that. I picked Cena originally to take the final fall, but then I crossed that off, because the whole bump thing. But then I was like, fuck it, that's my first pick, so I went back to Cena. And then I got Strowman with the most eliminations.
How many superstars left?
Oh, I skipped that one.
I know.
Fuck.
Fuck is the number
A duck.
you have chosen.
Is that a number?
No. not since I've been learning math, but fuck. Common Core is apparently.
Because of the shit with Cena,
I guess.
I forgot that he was hurt. And I'm going to change my Cena pick. I'm just going to throw Nakamura in there.
Okay. Dick Rider.
Goddamn.
Trap a cat.
Where are you throwing Nakamura?
As he's winning.
But we have Team
He's
SmackDown
making
winning.
the fall?
Yeah, I have Team SmackDown winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have SmackDown winning.
I got SmackDown winning.
You have Rob.
I got two for two members remain.
Two for.
2 members remain. All right.
Two for.
Final match. Brock Lesnar. Oh man. Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles had a nice little advocate speak for him.
I
on
liked
SmackDown.
I enjoyed that.
That was
And
good.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I think that was one of the better promos I've ever heard Daniel Bryan cut.
Dude, he can talk. People
I know
he's
that he can
underrated
talk,
in his talking abilities.
But I'm saying that this is one of his best. I've
it
never
was good.
Yeah, I've never thought that Daniel Bryan was a bad talker, because anytime Daniel Bryan puts any type of emotion into something, it always comes across really good.
Dude, name everything he's done has gotten over.
No, I agree. So
Like name something that hasn't gotten,
I can't say that.
right.
So Daniel Bryan cut,
The
and
Nexus.
man,
That wasn't him though.
Was he?
It was over.
Yeah. And then it was over.
Yeah, it was over quick.
He cut some scathing remarks
Yeah.
on Brock Lesnar, which, holy shit, you
A
were not
half-ass
expecting.
knee bar.
Wow.
Love it. Fuck. Dude, I popped for that. I laughed. That made me chuckle.
Obviously, Heyman had a great promo on Monday. Speaking of AJ Styles, with
Don't
the
you
5
cut
points.
me off.
Heyman was flat. Heyman was flat for a few months. He's back.
Yeah, I agree.
He's back.
I was getting bored of Heyman for a little
I
bit.
was too, but he's back.
Then the proposal happened during his
Dude, that was
he ad-libbed and said, the only reason she said yes is because she hasn't come up front with the beast.
I know we
Brock
didn't do it. If we
Lesnar.
were doing highs and lows this week, that would have been my high.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
For sure. 100.
Agreed.
I
I didn't like though that he
Like who would choose in the middle of like wouldn't you wait? Like what a weird time to
For the
propose.
Divas match.
right wait for the cool down segment.
Right. Or like
wait for Baron Corbin to
or
come out. Go
at
to
least wait for
SmackDown.
some kind of break or something, or the kiss cam or something.
But
why would you do it in the middle of a segment?
Right.
That is like the quickest way
I
for me
wonder-
to say no.
I wonder though.
Yeah.
Right, I'm trying to watch wrestling. Lesnar's out there.
I wonder though. Maybe he planned for a different time before that, but she didn't come back from the bathroom.
I don't know. All
But
I
why
know,
would you do it in the middle of a
He
show
may have had,
anyway?
I guess
That
he may have had
marriage-
something lined up.
that
right there.
marriage is gonna fail.
right?
100%.
it's gonna last maybe 5 months.
Give it the 6 month run.
I will say though, what I didn't enjoy about Heyman's promo was him mentioning Finn Balor. I know they're trying to plant that seed for later, but I thought like the idea that Finn Balor is as good as AJ is nonsense to me. I wouldn't consider Finn Balor and AJ as the two best. You can consider AJ as the best.
I agree with you, but like you
not
said,
Finn.
he's playing.
I know.
Paul's a consummate
I know,
salesman.
but I was
He's
just
a
like, man,
salesman.
I was like, nah, that's nonsensical. I was like, you
Being stupid.
right? Like I'm purposely mentioning that. Like that's a little too like random to mention him specifically.
That's because it's not random.
I know,
Right.
That's what I mean.
Walt, how do you feel about the build for this now main event with AJ versus Brock? Like, are you more excited with AJ, or do you
Yes.
still not care?
He's about to jump out of his seat.
Of course I am.
Fucking AJ.
It's like what?
Dunder Mahal. Dunder Mifflin.
Here's the-
Is that the paper company?
Yes, it is. Trust me. I quote The Office all the time.
Oh my god! All right.
Or not office, the office, not Office Space. My bad.
I just made him more entertaining by calling him Dunder Mifflin.
But
I
yeah,
like Jinder
I've been a fan of AJ since the TNA days.
Oh.
Not
Duh.
Like, you know,
Who hasn't?
back when, you know, it was coming on Fox Sports Detroit at 3:00 in the afternoon on Fridays. And Jeff Jarrett just decided, I'm going to hold the title.
Was it Fox Sports or was it ESPN?
No, it's Fox Sports.
Yeah.
It's Fox Sports. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been a huge AJ fan, and I was worried when he came to WWE as to how they were going to use
and no
him.
offense to Jericho, because we all love, but especially when they made him like job to Jericho at the first Mania he was in. You know, I was like, what?
Like, yeah, he lost to Fandango at Mania, guys.
Right. And I love Jericho. Don't get me wrong, but he did not need that.
Which kind of bothers me a little bit. Like really, you're going to make AJ job to Jericho, but
yeah, it bothered me too.
Jericho.
But they've corrected that. They've righted that wrong.
Well, yeah, and you know
I don't think that was wrong.
I do.
Looking at it now, I don't think it was wrong.
It's just as wrong as Jericho losing to Fandango at the time.
How many people win their first WrestleMania?
Undertaker.
Hulk Hogan and Mr. T did.
Okay, and you think AJ's on their level? Mr. T's zone. That's not
No, he's not.
Hogan.
No, AJ is not on Mr. T's level.
No, he's
Way above it.
way
Yes.
above it. I agree. That's
Yes.
why I retracted the minute it clicked and she said Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. Outside of
At least
everyone
I
in
said
WrestleMania
Undertaker.
1, okay, that won their match, okay, how many people win their first
A
WrestleMania?
lot, man.
Yeah.
No.
Rob Van Dam's undefeated at WrestleMania.
Edge.
Yes.
Edge did not win his first
Edge. Yeah, Edge was undefeated at WrestleMania.
Dude, a lot of people have.
Was?
Yeah, his first loss came to Undertaker.
All right.
Are we talking
Yeah.
about people who won their first
Yeah.
match?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
at
the
Mania.
first WrestleMania match.
There's,
Oh,
there's
first
probably
a
a,
fucking
Mania
shit.
match.
yeah, dude, there's probably a ton, honestly. But
Notable names. Okay, I'll
just
give you. I'll
gave
give you
you
Edge.
Rob
I'll
Van
give
Dam.
you Edge. I gave you. I'm not arguing Edge. I'm not arguing Edge.
Age.
Taker.
And I'm not arguing Taker because he had the streak.
That's 2.
we
not
named
a
a lot more
lot.
into our. Well, there's a lot more than that. If you were to like look up the statistics, there's
Kennedy.
He did.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank, WrestleMania 23.
Was that his first WrestleMania?
Detroit, Michigan, Ford
Yeah.
Field, baby.
I was there.
I was going to say,
I
weren't
was
you
there too.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
was there.
So, you know,
I got the free THQ tickets.
there you go.
Whatever.
I stood in line at Ford
I was a
Field
big
box
fan
office.
of Kennedy's
10
back then.
superstars that were undefeated at Mania.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's how many people. That's at least how many people.
Axe. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
The Legion of Doom. Mr. T.
That's true.
See,
RVD.
and Undertaker's not undefeated anymore, so that's 11.
Yep. Sable.
There you go.
Shane McMahon was
Sable,
undefeated at WrestleMania.
one of the best of all time.
Hey,
Shield are
she was
under-
good for her time, man. I like those. I like
I
those.
like those
hand
hand things.
Yeah.
Ah!
Tatanka, Terry Funk,
Hey, we're talking about
Taco was awesome.
Yeah, he was.
Virgil.
All right. Fun game. If
all
you
about
ever
that
want, if
fuck
you ever
money.
just want to get drunk in about 25 minutes, watch an Attitude Era Raw, and every time the King says puppies, drink.
Oh yeah.
No,
No,
I don't want to die.
yeah.
You should
said
hear
get
his
drunk, not
son's.
alcohol poisoning.
You should hear Brian Christopher's rap album.
No one should. No one
We
should.
played it.
Everyone should.
That's your fault.
Thank you.
It says
Something we can
featuring
agree
Jerry.
on.
It says it's featuring Jerry Lawler.
Stolen
No.
sound bites from my dad.
No.
What were we talking about?
WrestleMania, guys. All
How
right,
did
but-
we-
okay. So no, I'm okay with AJ losing because at the time I agree with you. I was really upset about it, but it helped Jericho plateau to the level that he got to with this run.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it
Jericho
did.
helped him. Jericho could lose
You're-
every fucking match.
And he would have still had the run he had this
Yes.
year.
Yeah.
You're full of
I-
shit.
I don't.
No,
think, I don't think
I'm
him
not.
beating AJ had anything to do with that.
I'm
run.
not. Jericho
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
need to win another match ever again. He's over as over will
He would
ever
have never
will
had
be.
the run that he had
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah,
You
I
are
think
wrong,
he
this
was.
year if he lost every fucking match.
Jericho got on that run because he got a list over.
The motherfucker,
Congratulations,
the most
Jacobs.
over thing in
He got a
fucking
list over. He got a scarf.
2016 was a fucking clipboard.
What does that say about the rest of the talent?
Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not that serious.
No, it was. But no, he didn't need to beat AJ for that to happen. In fact, it had no
best friend
bearing.
Kevin Owens.
It had no bearing over.
In fact,
that.
it might have like slowed him down because people probably was like, "Dude, what the fuck, Jericho? You didn't need to win that match." You know, like I think he probably took a little heat from the Smarky fan base on that.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm okay with it now. Seeing where they're both at, I'm okay.
Well,
with it.
duh. But oh shit, son! Here we go. You are in for a treat, sir.
Now listen, I got a perfect body, really cool hair. I can bust a move, but this girl don't care. Puppy!
All right.
First and last time guest, Walt is now exiting the building.
I'm just gonna leave.
Unmute me.
You are
I'm unmuted.
unmuted. Jesus, calm your tits. If you're gonna make fun of me, you can't get angry when I fucking mute
What
you.
was that?
that
Why is that? Why does that exist? And why do I want to hear more?
You don't.
You do.
No. It's so bad. It's like I have to hear the rest of it.
like of course.
Not now.
Not now.
Are you sure? That's all I gotta do.
It's
No.
11:50, man. Like,
Holy fuck, we're way over.
This is the longest one we've ever done.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I promise. I've seen some that said 2:45 on it. All right.
We're almost at 3 hours.
Yeah. So let's go.
what are we, raw?
Picks. Shit, I gotta get back to it because I had to go puppy.
You didn't have to go puppies. You chose to go puppies.
There is no. Apparently, Z's picks for Brock and AJ. He didn't pick anybody, so nothing. Smitty picked Lesnar by pin, 3 finishers, and number of German suplexes 10. Again, is Brock versus AJ, 3 extras, pin submission counter DQ, number of finishers executed plus or minus 1. We have the F5, the Kimura lock, the calf crusher, the phenomenal forearm, and the Styles clash. Number of German suplexes plus or minus 1. Walt.
So I got Brock winning
Okay.
by pen. Number of finishers, I'm gonna go with 12. And number of Germans 10. And I got Baron Corbin cashing in the money. Oh wait, no.
Orlando.
12 finishers.
I mean, well, when you look at all the finishers there's a lot. You're not going to see multiple F5s, I feel. I don't know. Or I could be completely off.
Right, you're not gonna this. So you,
Or, you
I'm
know,
gonna change it a little bit.
phenomenal forearm. Wait, does it have to connect with the finishers?
Yeah, finishers have to connect.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
12.
8 for the finishers?
Well, because I was thinking if he just attempted phenomenal forearms, he's going to attempt a
Right.
couple of them.
Okay. I got Brock winning this by pinfall, 5 finishers, and with 6 Germans.
All right. I have Brock by DQ. My famous
Son of a bitch.
DQ.
how many times has that paid off for you?
Couple.
A couple out of how many?
All cards.
I love it. There's a man that's dedicated to his gimmick. It's gonna get that shit over no matter
The
what.
almighty DQ.
I mean, he has at least won once.
Twice?
At
retained.
least one once.
I retained. Number of finishers executed 2. Number of German suplexes, I have it at 6. Callie. Son of a bitch. Puppies.
I know where you live.
Her nostrils are flaring.
I was listening to your guys' podcast last week. I mean, my podcast.
I was like, your guys, like, you're on it, dude.
that I wasn't here for, and like something was said, and this is total dick move. So you're gonna be mad.
He points to Callie.
Like something was said, and I think you were like, Callie's eyes are so big right now, and I was just thinking to myself,
Hey,
so's her nostrils.
Wait, calm down.
It was just
So is her nostril.
I just couldn't
She didn't
help.
hear you. Don't worry. But
I couldn't help think. It's just
if you
it's
keep
the first thing that popped in my head. You know, I was like, if I was there, that's what I would have said.
Kelly, what are your picks?
your picks.
I hope that you all die.
We will.
We're all still slowly dying as we speak.
Soon.
Well, that changed.
Well, I'm older than you, so I'll probably be gone before you if that's any consolation.
Everyone here's
She's like, it
older.
is. Told me it is.
It's surely consolation.
So if you're a wrestler, would your finisher be the nostril flare?
Could you be
Would you just
Rick's
pick a
long
winner?
lost daughter?
The nature knows nostril flare.
Brock's going to win by pinfall with 4 finishers and 5 Germans.
Okay, champ.
I have
Just remember this. When you
remember
ask for
it.
my help.
the reigning, undisputed,
Reigning, defending.
Yeah,
I was
The real
you skipped
Brock.
defending.
he's gonna brutalize. He's gonna victimize.
Gonker.
He's gonna sodomize
Capitalize.
Whoa!
AJ Styles for the pinfall.
AJ stands for
Survivor Series.
asshole jammed.
Right. Survivor Series took a whole new meaning.
Oh shit! And it's all on camera, so it's someone's snuff film.
I just like for some reason that's where my sick mind goes. Where every time like
A snuff film?
Paulie, no, well that yes and. But when Paulie cuts those promos, he's like, he's gonna brutalize, victimize. In my mind, I'm like, sodomize.
I go with capitalize, but you know.
Well,
Capitalize.
he's gonna fix their grammar. I'm older and more jaded than you. So.
He's gonna fix their grammar. Shit.
He's gonna dot the I's.
Cross the T's,
He's
dot
gonna
the I's.
cross those T's.
Gonna victimize.
He's gonna cross those T's and
Brutalize.
dot those I's.
The eyes.
Capitalize. And then he's gonna.
So it wasn't the capitalize I was going for, but sure, why not?
I don't understand why someone
is
doesn't
how
pay
Mikey
us to
dies.
do this.
So this is great.
Why
Keep
does
laughing.
Why does someone have to capitalize?
Well, because we go over by about an hour.
Oh, that's like considered unprofessional, right?
What?
What?
I would assume so.
Right. I'm just saying, like, people should give us money for this. We're good.
They're soon.
We're entertained.
Soon.
I mean, that's what we got to push and everything.
We are.
We are.
You're just not here enough.
The Brock of the
I am.
Lesnar's.
Hey.
It's your
My
mom, you.
impact is felt. All right.
Are we still talking about sodomizing?
Oh.
My penetration runs deep into this show.
I'll just say, obviously, you've got a kid on the way.
So, what were we talking about again?
The match, dude. I just want to know your picks for Brock and AJ.
There's only 3 extras.
And then you went with sodomizing things. Smitty's telling you you've gone too far. Did you see the message in the phone?
It's funny, though, isn't it?
Fuck yeah. I like how 2 of us looked at the phone. Like, really? No.
All right.
What?
I have Bjork lozenge. Pinfall. 4 finishers. 11 German suplexes.
Wow.
All right. 2 more things to talk about on this card. Announced table destruction. English, Spanish, and other. Remember, there's 2 English tables in this one, guys. Draw an X over the tables that will be destroyed. Circle the table that will not be destroyed. 5 points for each table with the correct status marked. Points are not removed if table is rebuilt. Points can only be earned once per table. Z has English destroyed, Spanish destroyed, other is safe. Smitty has English is safe, Spanish is destroyed, other is destroyed. Walt, what you got?
English and Spanish Gone.
You go.
Other. Safe.
Orlando.
All I have is the Spanish being destroyed. Wrestlers hate those guys.
Right? Andale. Well, they don't want him to sit behind a table. They definitely don't want him to
I feel
have
like
a
that was
wall.
not the right Spanish saying for that.
It just on the lady
Was that not politically correct?
Well, they don't want them to feel like they're behind a wall or anything. That's why they destroy the Spanish table all the time. They just don't want to feel, encased. I
wish I knew more
in-
Spanish, but it's all limited to
They
what
don't
Eddie
want
Guerrero
to
taught me.
feel
right.
quesadilla.
Viva la raza. I have English and Spanish going. Other is staying.
I have the Spanglish going and the other saying.
There's
That's
a
not an
What's a
option?
Spanglish table? Is
that
that an
other?
Adam Sandler's movie? Just saying, what's up? Adam Sandler getting destroyed here.
Yeah. What does that mean?
English and Spanish together? Like
Oh.
they're
Maybe
both
destroyed
gonna
at the same
go.
time?
No,
Oh.
they're just
They
both
were,
gonna go.
to be fair,
One bump, two
that's
tables.
a great fucking call because the English and Spanish were destroyed at the same time at TLC. That'd be sweet. That'd be a good call. Champ, Callie's annoyed as fuck right now.
You can tell.
We won't tell you how.
I'm not going to say why. But you,
Let it be known it's not because of a nostril flare.
Oh,
and by not, he means it totally is.
she's giving that Z
If
look right
looks
now.
could kill. Yeah, I got that Spanglish. Spanish and English. Gone. Other staying. And I made some, crosses, some
All right.
changes to that along the way.
That's fine. There's no picks, unscheduled picks for Z. For
He's on his game tonight, huh?
Smitty, yeah. He's got Natalia, Mickey James, Drew Gulak, Paul Heyman, and Jason Jordan.
Ooh, I didn't think
Well-
about-
I got Heyman, Taker, Nikki, Paige, and I had one thing, but I think I had Stone Cold, but
He's got
Gonna
Heyman.
switch.
That's a lock pick.
Yep, Heyman is a lock pick.
I'm going to go with Jason Jordan.
Okay. Orlando.
Fucking A. I didn't think about Heyman, so I'm adding him now.
me too.
So now I got Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Paul Heyman, Jason Jordan, and Drew Gulak.
All right. Heyman, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and the last two I've been waiting to think about.
You've been waiting to hear what other people say?
Yeah, basically. That's how this works when you're running.
Champions advantage, brother.
That's why he goes last. Yeah, Jason Jordan. And man, I don't want to I'm worried about having to go back through this, but I'm gonna go with Elias.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Stand with me. Walk with me.
His lisp is not as bad as you say it is.
Right.
What are you talking about, dude? He's got
It's
the
not so
second worst
bad.
lisp in the business right now. First is Cesaro.
Dude, is that a rib on him? Dude, no, he talks more now with the mouth guard than he ever did. And it's like, why? Why are you doing this to this guy? Like, don't do this to him. It's like I think it's a rib.
All right, Callie.
Natalia, Heyman, Jason Jordan, KO, and Gulak.
Champ.
I got KO, Sami Zayn, Drew Gulak, Paul Heyman, Jason Jordan.
All right. That is it for our picks. Make sure you guys get your own picks at Pro Wrestling Scorecards, PW Scorecards at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you, Walt, so much for joining with us today. Having a blasty blast.
You're welcome.
Obviously, everybody follow us on social media, facebook.com/BDRcast, BDRcast on all of our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope. Ladies and gents, check out our Pro Wrestling Tees site, official Breaking Down the Ring merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/BDRcast. Go to our Patreon if you guys want to support us on a monthly basis, patreon.com/BDRcast. That's patreon.com/BDRcast. I just want to say we're going to have a blast with this. We'll get something up. Next week, we will not have a show A couple of us are in the service industry, and next week, Wednesday, is the day before Thanksgiving, so it is the busiest day in bar history for the bar year. So most of us will not be here.
Wow. History.
History, yeah. Let's take that. For the bar year. So
We are the bar.
and so we will not
Industry.
have our results show next week. We will talk about it in 2 weeks. If not, getting something else on YouTube in the near future outside of Callie's reaction to Shockmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. We are your ring crew.
Callie.
It was your pleasure having the champion, Armbar.
See you in 2 weeks.
Orlando.
And for Z and Smitty, I am the Almighty One. Thank you again so much for listening, and we are out.